It's working! Yes!
And it's Friday!
Happy Friday, everybody!
Also, what's working?
The sound. I forgot to plug us in, so I had to do that last second, and when my knuckle was about to hit the end the stream button, and it was a high stakes situation, except it wasn't, it was all in my hand, and I was already stressing out for absolutely no good reason. Happy
As is
Friday,
usually the case.
everybody. Hello Mortenart, congrats on being first. How is your stomach doing? That was smoother in my head.
Surprisingly smooth though.
Yes.
And Evie,
hello,
congratulations on being second.
How are you doing? Happy Friday. I'm pointing because if I keep doing this, actually while I was doing this first, the air movement I created made me feel less warm because now it's like 100 degrees over here. And now I just realized I'm moving unnecessarily and now I feel suddenly really warm.
More important question though.
Yes.
Did you put any honey in that?
Yes.
Okay.
Tifa told me as she went to the bathroom before the stream, make me a tea. So I asked her, which one do you want? And she went, surprise me. So I did.
With the only tea we currently have laying around that I don't like.
Yes.
And it certainly
were you
is
surprised?
It certainly is a surprise. Like I got what I asked for.
I have a cold green tea that is
It's
not
better
quite
with honey though.
It looks somewhere between a weak urine sample and neon color, no?
Why does it look like there's little bugs swimming in my tea though?
Because you used that cup previously for black tea and I did not rinse it properly. It's tea
Kinda
residue.
looks like little worms floating around.
It's not worms, it's tea residue. Doing better, not actively
I'll take
dying.
it.
I am,
That's an improvement.
despite the wording, I'm very happy to hear that. Yes.
It's kind of shitty, know how something so small, like a bit of mold on bread, can make you feel shitty for so long.
Yes, that's why, well, the power of like funguses and stuff, like these like fungal infections.
There's no honey in this.
Yes, there's at the bottom, I didn't stir it.
You didn't even give a spoon!
Are you surprised? Is it what you expected?
This is absolutely... Do I have a spoon here? This
No.
is absolutely... I got scissors.
You will
Absolutely
not stir that with scissors.
horrible service. Better than
She
finding
will
an
not stir
earwig
that
in
with
it.
scissors and you shouldn't even.
That is very true. I'd rather
Yes.
not find those in there either.
Yes, I can tell you there are no more other insects on there. Also, there were never any insects in there. No, but I wanted to say, these like mold fungus thingies are also why I think The Last of Us is so scary. The Last of Us 3 starring Jack and Tifa. I would not make it to part 3.
I don't think we are survivor people. And honestly, if I was in a zombie apocalypse or a fungus apocalypse or whatever it falls under.
Funpocalypse, except it's about
With
fungus
less
and
fun.
not fun.
I would be one of those people that would just, die. I
So-
don't see the need to survive for that long in a world like that.
First of all, that's horrible because you would get to spend more time with me.
You would die in the first day.
Okay, that's sad, but also kind of romantic the way I take it. Anyway, here's what would happen in a post-apocalyptic scenario like The Last of Us. I would be so paranoid of everything. Like I would be so worried about stumping my toe on like a rusty nail in a derelict building. But that would actually happen within the first week. I know buildings don't decay that fast, but for me they would. They would make an exception.
You will find the one rusty nail in the
Yes.
street.
And then I get a horrible tetanus infection and then I die a week later horribly from being poisoned by rust. Tifa...
That would be the shittiest way. Like, there's a zombie apocalypse and you die of tetanus.
Yeah, maybe in my last moments a zombie would burst into the room where I'm just sitting in, like crying from all this being horrible and then eat me. So maybe it's like a 2-for-1 scenario. But I can tell you one thing, Tifa might not last longer than me. Because Tifa would be like, oh, these zombies, they're kind of fascinating. I wonder if I can pet one. And when you try to make friends with one of them, maybe there's still people inside. Wee. Sorry for freaking out the camera focus.
I mean, I
And
can
then she would
agree.
get bit, and then she would get eaten.
I can agree with the fascinating bit. Would I try to pet one and befriend one? I think that's not realistic, so no. But I would probably try to observe them from a certain distance.
You
and
would
then
get
eaten.
bit by a zombie puppy.
Yeah, that I might absolutely want to pet.
Yeah,
I think these undead animal pets are so cool.
like a
You
zombie
have like
cat.
an undead horse in an RPG or MMO. That is so cool.
Tifa would get dead from a zombie cat. Why is that not working? Oh no, it does.
Because there was a Streifen.
Which one did I type? Oh, with a T.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll also add a version with a D. It makes more sense. It makes sense to have both. Tifa would
He also-
100% be like, "Psst, psst, 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 psst." And then like this half rotten zombie cat comes over like, and it looks at her and goes,
I can make it remember what it was.
I can fix her. Except, no, you can't. And no, you won't. Mommy, thank you for the resub. While
I have a
Tifa
spoon?
is being disgusted. You've got me.
Thank you for
Thank you
the
for the
reason.
resub. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Also, egg.
Green tea is so not nice.
Green tea is amazing.
Why does it, if anything, like green tea with a heavy lemon flavor? Or peach. I've had peach once too, that wasn't
So you're
bad.
saying lemon or peach tea with green leaves in it at some point.
But that's a bit better. Or a white tea is also not bad.
What? What's a white tea?
I'm not sure, but I had a white
All of
tea
mine are
with
in the
peach
wash.
before, and that was also not bad.
What is white tea? White
It's made
tea.
from white leaves.
What is white tea? According to teatulia.com, which is the first thing that opened when I googled it, white tea is known to be one of the most delicate tea varieties because it is so minimally processed. White tea is harvested before the tea plant's leaves open fully, when the young buds, not buds, we're not quite there yet, hold your horses, are still covered by fine white hairs, hence the name white tea. Okay, so tea that is harvested really early. Okay,
It's not bad.
now you know. Now we all know.
Tifa, and being disgusting is like cucumber and being green. I mean,
Yes,
it's not like I can deny that.
Tifa has a lot of moments
Fine taste.
where no, you don't. Tifa does and says a lot of things where the average person goes like, did I just hear that right? And we love her despite that.
Well, and here I thought because.
No, we love you for all the other positive qualities. Not necessarily because you always find a way to talk about eating other humans.
I stick to the point. Usually it's not me that brings it up. I just go with it. Because I like the topic.
To put a metaphor on the metaphor, I started shoveling the grave for you. You took the shovel out of my hand. Then you put a little bit of dirt back in the hole to make the hole go away. And then you took 2 shovels and started digging even faster and deeper. It was like a... Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do it. No.
Well, keeps you busy, ain't it?
No. I don't like it. Also, my day was completely uneventful, so unless any of you have some amazing stories for us, or you, Tifa, I suggest, while you tell us your amazing stories, you tell us the incredible tale of how you are currently making use of a fact that I'm stalling for you and trying to find a segue, but failing to tell the people that it's time for you to do a recap of the last time we played Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward.
So what you're telling me is that I should do a recap of the last time that we played Virtue's Last Reward.
Yes,
Well,
that I did.
the last time we played Virtue's Last Reward,
We were not in episode 5 because this game doesn't have episodes.
That is true. We actually started completely over on a different route because we managed to finish everything on one line and have figured we can't continue, so
we have finished the rightmost string of flow charts.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now we started over. Oh, the side with Alice. I think that makes most sense because the first door is with Alice. We finished the side where we start with Alice. Yes. So now we started the side where we go with Tenmyuji. We actually managed to finish the first room with him. We were about to go start.
We went to the infirmary.
Oh yeah, we went to
the infirmary. We did not find Excalibur. Or Excalibur. I've heard it multiple times in the game. I have forgotten how it's pronounced. The cure for Radical 6.
Well, we already know that it's going to be very different from the other side, seeing how when we wanted to start the AB room, we found a dead woman in our room. And now we're trying to find out who done it, who killed her. And currently the suspect is K for some reason, because he's in a robot suit. Kay's trying to explain that it's probably Zero, which I fully agree with.
Yes, but everybody else like, no, Zero wouldn't interfere with a Nonary game. And Kay is like, yeah. And just when we were about to go into a super deep part, Tifa called for a cliffhanger ending. Slightly annoying, but that's what we do.
So we're still at the pointing at one another.
Yes.
To find out who killed this dead lady.
Who killed the dead lady? Yes, that's a very good question, Tifa.
You finished the Alice side for now.
Yes, there are still open, parts of the story we could not see yet. So we'll need to re-explore points at some point.
Basically. Shrift.
I've never seen you guys play the same game 3 weeks in a row. Hello, Shrift. Happy Friday. How are you doing? Is Virtue's Last Reward really that good? Tifa?
I mean, yes, having fun with it. Still gotta get over the art style a bit, because that is not as good as the first game.
The in-game art style. The art for it I like. I prefer it in the first game where it's more anime, and here it's more like realistic, coming from an anime base.
It's more 3D.
Yeah, and the in-game stuff is mostly 3D, and it's like, it's PlayStation Vita 3D. It's like early PS2 stuff. It's okay.
But for now, we're invested. We also weren't quite sure what to do for another game.
And I still haven't been able to do the setup stuff for the other game we wanted to do. And I can give you a hint for the other game. The reason why I haven't been able to set that up yet is because of this item. This thing is giving me trouble. And until I can fix or figure out how I can make this thing work, I think I can set up everything else, and then we can potentially go back to playing 2 different games every week.
It's not like we can't also play another game in between, but we're invested in the story anyway.
Yes,
we figured
it's really good.
Might as well keep going so that we don't have to wait a few days to continue the story. So until we feel like we might need more of a break from this game, we'll stick to 1 for now.
Also, one really cool thing is, even if people come in later, you have to restart parts of the game so many times from certain points. It's like every other day is like a fresh beginning.
Yeah, and with the amount of jumps in this game,
it gets confusing.
So
it is for us, and funnily enough, it's not a spoiler, because I remember you wanting to still play this game for yourself, which you should, it's great. It's not just us all that get confused. So...
Well, that makes sense in the game, but...
Yes.
This game makes it easier if you keep playing it, because
if we took breaks for a week in between, we would be
things start to blend in one another, and it gets... You want to know where you are. That's all I'm saying for you.
I'm sure that other game is a Persona game. Shrift, just because I like teasing your brain, I'll give you another hint. The game I'm trying to set up has something in common with Persona, but it's not Persona. Not any of them. So I need this thing to work on the PC, and there's the Persona thing. Now you figure it out. If you guess correctly, I will confirm it. If you don't,
beeping.
The what?
There's beeping.
It's made by Atlas. You will have to find that out. I will not give you any more hints. Tifa, are you ready? Boom! Shin Megami Tensei stream confirmed. No, and probably never. Final Fantasy something. No.
Also not close at all. That's like ice cold.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. No.
We have streamed that before.
That's true.
It was horrible.
Yeah, because you suck at the game. I mean, I'm bad, but she's even worse. She hates fun. That's, what can we do?
I'm not a fan of the game. Like, I do suck at it. It doesn't help, I guess.
Who watched like 10 Let's Plays of this game, I agree it can be really confusing the first time around. Hello Sabes, happy Friday, how are you doing?
Yes, it is.
Also, yes.
What he said.
Is it a JRPG? So I could probably guess it. It could also be 13 Sentinels. No and no. How about we now all guess together who the mysterious lady is that we found
I
dead?
can say though, it has been mentioned on stream before.
Yes, it has. I'm gonna head out not to get spoiled. See ya, Shrift. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week and everything else. See you later.
Have a good weekend.
Ready, Tifa?
I am ready.
How about you start loading the game?
Not start from beginning, continue.
If you start from the beginning and delete our save file, if they played a JRPG on stream, they'd be here for decades.
Hey, we've done that. Doesn't
We've
like Golden
played
Sun
Golden
fall
Sun.
under JRPG?
I think yes. We finished in, I think it was 13 or 14 streams, and this is the 11th or 12th one for.
Well, this one's gonna take longer.
Wait, I can double check actually. No, nobody cares, but
well,
this
Golden
is the 12th
Sun is
one.
also not the longest RPG game.
Yeah, true. Despite us playing it. Load, Tifa, load.
Oh yeah. It
I
is
hate
me.
how I will never get over how Tifa uses a keyboard. She hovers with her hands like vultures above the keys, and then she goes.
But it works.
And it shouldn't.
But
I
it
wish
does.
the keyboard would reject your inputs because it's a pet peeve. It has
I'm
absolutely
doing something
no
right.
meaning.
Like, I'm a faster typer than you are.
You wish.
Which means my technique works better.
Tifa, you get pity inputs. The Lost Age 2? No, we only played the first one on stream. Maybe at some point we'll continue it, but
Probably not. It's not that good after.
you're not that good after.
You know what's also not good?
Is Zero, or rather Zero Senior, I suppose you could say.
This
That-
green tea without a spoon.
You wanted to be surprised. I keep surprising you.
Okay, next time I ask for a surprise, please put a spoon in it.
Can we do that? Hello, Bedinses. Happy Friday. You start within the first 30 minutes. Yes, it does happen.
Sometimes we're pretty good. Oh, what's
Exactly.
this? One sec. My laptop wants to reinstall stuff.
No, I don't want you to install Windows 11, please. Please, no. How are you doing?
We can be speed. Hey, no!
I fixed it.
He likely ordered Zero Jr., the AI, to keep his identity hidden.
I mean, that all makes sense.
Okay, but I expected that to have been the prime directive anyway, but sure.
If Zero Jr. told us about the murder, then Zero Senior's identity would be compromised.
I mean, Zero K has had a lot of valid points. I don't get why no one goes along with it.
There is something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected.
Do you think...
Not usually, but
You said it. Do you think there's a deeper meaning behind the warehouses on floor A and floor B to be virtually identical?
no.
What if the A-B rooms are moving.
Why would they be moving?
I don't know, to make it more confusing for us.
They've been at the same spot.
Yes.
What did they move to?
Well, they got swapped.
But why would they get swapped?
To make it confusing for us.
But the layout and everything is exactly the same.
It's like the game where you put like a coin or whatever under one thingy. It's Hütchenspiel. Fuck, I can't think of the English term. You know what I mean?
Where you swap the heads and then look for the coin.
Yeah, this like sleight of hand kind of game where you have one thingy and then you have like 3 cups and then you like move the thing and then haha, it's not under the cup you thought where it is. Can't think of a name.
But why would it be more confusing if they move rooms that look exactly the same with all of them?
Because this whole conversation originally started with, oh, it has to have been Kay and Clover who killed the lady, because the room we found her in was Kay and Clover's. No, Clover got carried out by Kay.
Yeah, because Clover was unconscious the entire time, so it must have been Kay.
She was unconscious when she left the room. We don't know what happened in there, we only have Kay's statement. That's not the point. I'm saying, if one of the other parties killed the lady, and while we were outside of a warehouse, the Ambidex rooms got shuffled, it could have been anybody except Sigma and Phi. And even then it was still Sigma, because I maintain that Sigma is 0.
I completely disagree with everything.
A-B room, exactly, that makes even more sense. Ally betray room, floor A above, floor B below.
Yes,
what if I just go...
That's literally the naming.
Yes.
Why would they do that?
Every day I'm shuffling. The MCA. A lot of things with A, B that have a different meaning. Exactly.
Apple.
So that we think, so that we start blaming Kay and Clover, but really it was Dio and whoever else he was with. I think Luna. I forgot.
Personally, I think that makes it way too complicated. Then you also need 2 people who are accomplices in the same thingy, which means we have 2 evil people. And seeing how you said
they don't have to be evil, they could just be bullied into it. Maybe we're threatening them.
So we have 2 evil people besides Sigma and Phi, who you believe are 0 and accomplice. I think that's too much.
Or maybe the dead lady was in one of the AB rooms on floor B that we've only ever seen but never actually used, as far as I remember, because we always go back to floor A for some reason to do this. But these rooms do exist on floor B. And I'm saying, if I wanted to confuse the hell out of you, I would move things on different floors. Evil genius.
I'll just stick with
apple,
placed in the
banana.
room.
Exactly. More AB stuff. It was a banana potassium overdose. Can I actually kill people? But then again, everything
in an overdose can kill you.
Maybe the AB rooms are elevators after all. Exactly. Because in the warehouse too, you see like this crane looking thing. So at the very least, if you ask me, putting the rooms in a different order would be very possible. Besides the whole, this is basically science fiction kind of thing.
You would want it to be known that that happens then.
No,
to create even more confusion.
Why would you want them to know that at first?
Because then you can go like, oh, it could be anyone who killed the lady because the rooms move. Then you create even more of a distrust amongst the entire group and not
also,
only aimed at one person.
Thank you, Tsabes. Exactly. The people who were in that room originally never said anything when we went with Alice first. So somebody has, assuming this happened in that other timeline, somebody must have seen her. Every time they went back into the voting booth,
I'm quite sure there was no body.
They were okay with there possibly being a body in there. I think they never saw a body because the rooms got shuffled. Maybe if Tifa presses a button, we'll
how big the chance
way.
Is? So you think the body with the room with the body was hidden the entire time?
Yes.
I doubt that.
It was on floor B.
That body was stitched in there.
Floor B as in body. I rest my case. Thank you very much.
Floor A as in, hell no.
There's a button.
Zero Senior murdered her. Just as planned. Death is only another part of the game.
Killing someone is just a part of a game for him?
I mean, it kind of is, seeing how he has a killing method in his game.
Yes, at least one.
Well, there's no way to know for
Oh
sure.
wait, he doesn't know already yet.
I would assume so.
None of us know that yet, technically.
Yeah.
I mean, we do. No, he looks so sad.
Slightly.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes.
Time to go betray Tenmyuji.
If no
Yes.
vote is recorded before...
Shouldn't have made that perfect joke at first.
Exactly. That's why.
He had it coming.
Automatically
His old fart. Channeling my inner Clover.
In game, that makes sense. Because with Sigma being such a weird, creepy pervert, you wouldn't want there to be another one. Because on the off chance that there is another person in here who doesn't find this weird and gross and is actually attracted to being hit on like that, if there are two guys acting like this or being on the pervy side, that's competition.
I mean, true, but I feel like Tenmyuji didn't go over any weird lines. Didn't continue and just stopped immediately.
Yeah, I think he read the room.
Yeah, Sigma kept going like, oh, just pull it.
Yeah. There no mention of a penalty for not voting. I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen after the second round again.
That's gonna be in the second round again.
Or
In
maybe
this
it
round,
doesn't in this timeline. We will see.
in this round, it's not gonna happen that no one would vote. There's no need for the rule yet.
We will see. Whoa, what was that?
I don't know. Well, one thing's for sure.
An announcement voice? And that is?
If we don't go vote, something bad's going to happen.
There you go, honest psycho. There you go. Taken care of.
Just as I said. Zero Jr. ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Senior's plan.
Let's get back to the warehouse.
This
We'll all
goes
head to the AB rooms. Maybe we'll see Zero Jr.
into what I said the other day. This is an automated, self-repeating experiment.
I mean, once it starts, it just keeps going, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I also think there's freaking clones. They just keep recycling. It's genius.
Could be efficient.
Fuck you,
He
Hans.
told us he'd give us specifics once we gone in.
Maybe she remembers because of premonitions.
That's a good question. How much does she know now?
How much do the other characters actually...
Well, she already
Remember.
knows a bit more because she had her premonitions in the room we woke up in. Like the bombs, meeting us. Like she already knows more than the rest of us at this point in the game.
Yeah, true. There, did you see that crane arm on the side?
So you believe these are not like pipes on the side, but they're more like railings that can shove them up. Like they move to the side and then they go up like...
Tifa is talking about these things. First of all, there could be railings. I think they are pipes, but my whole point is these things look like self-contained units. So if you just move one out of a room and replace it with a different one, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
How does it move?
With the huge crane arm that is in the room on the side that we just got a shot of again.
That seems like it makes a lot of noise and something you would hear in like the infirmary that is right next to this room.
Tifa, this is 2028 in a fantasy future. They have working antimatter engines. It doesn't need to make sound.
Yes, it's gonna make sound.
The crane would make too much sound. We've just literally talked to Kay, a giant robot-looking guy. Is he loud?
Well, a little.
Really going in there? I kind of don't want to.
Makes sense.
I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes ago.
What? Are you worried there's a ghost or something?
Yes, actually. Or I am.
If you think of it like that, you can't really go anywhere anymore.
That's true, that's why I don't think about that. No, of course not. It's just... Doesn't it bother you?
Nope. I don't believe in ghosts. I feel bad that she died, of course. But there's not really anything I can do about that, is there?
This is exactly how the conversation would be going between Tifa and me, if we were...
Yeah. But we could also ask the others, hey, is there anyone bothered by the fact that there was a dead body in there? If not, can you go into this room and then I'll go into that one?
No, that would be
because
weird.
I feel better in that other room.
Nah. I don't want to make a scene.
You know, the room is not assigned to a specific person.
Damn, you're pretty cold, you know that?
I prefer bold, but whatever. Just don't let emotions get in the way.
Because she's a robot too. That's pretty much your definition of cold.
Anyway, let's go.
You know what's called? Our voting process.
Looks like the others have already gone in.
I already know what I'm gonna vote. Fine. So who do you think was with the body at the start? Dio and Quark, Clover and Kay, Sigma and Phi, Alice, Ten, Luna.
I think it's like... I think those A-B thingies didn't move and it was with Clover and Kay, but I don't think it was in there at the start. It probably got dropped. I want to believe in that innocence.
I don't believe one of them was with a body because of the whole room swapping thing I just made up earlier. If it was one of them, it was Luna. Yes, I'm saying our clone Luna killed the OG Luna.
Oh yeah, true, you said that in the previous one. I was like, whoa, you're going with the Luna's evil now too? But it's because of your clone thing, yeah.
Yeah, but I think she's like made to do this, not like, haha, I see a person. Stab.
This person looks like me from the future.
Stab. Yeah, exactly. Oh, what is it? You find a ghost or something?
No. Look at the screen. There's something there.
The screen. The Ambidex game will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch the start button on your screen. Once you've entered your vote, the door will lock automatically. It will not open again until the polling period has finished.
Go for it.
Okay. So... Oh wait, they never saw
We're going
this.
for Betray first.
They had not seen this yet. Jack? Clone theory. Yes, exactly. And there goes the door.
Yep.
Hooray! Everybody's finally here!
I don't even recall this.
Jack likes to pull out 100 things out of his butt, and then one of them is gonna be correct.
Yeah, and then people are like, oh my god, you caught that so early. Yeah. If I never stop talking, eventually one of the nonsensical things I say will come true.
I mean, yeah.
It will be interesting once you learn the truth. Exactly. Because I will be right with at least one thing I said at some point.
Let's find out.
Throwing spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. Exactly, except I don't throw a spaghetti or two at the wall. I bought the company that makes the spaghetti, and I've made a spaghetti throwing Gatling gun.
There's gonna be like 1 or 2 spaghetti strands stuck in the cracks in this warehouse.
Exactly. I've got like this huge like manual machine. I'm like, it just shoots cooked spaghetti at a wall. Exactly.
Cooked spaghetti even.
Otherwise
Oh,
it
yeah,
doesn't
fair.
stick.
True.
Did you think the throw spaghetti at wall and see what sticks you do with raw, uncooked?
Well, that's why I said it gets stuck in between the cracks. Makes it easier with...
Tifa, it's a figure of speech about people
Yeah.
checking if their noodles are cooked. Did you think people throw raw noodles, like uncooked?
No, I've seen videos of people actually doing it before, but still.
Like a dart. Like an arrow or a dart.
No, with cooked spaghetti, but still.
Okay,
In my mind-
drywall, maybe. Jack makes it happen. I will if I just keep talking.
At some point.
I've been waiting.
No. So have we. We've got some questions for you, Zero. Who was that old... Who...
Will all of you please stop bombarding me with questions?
Oh... We're all talking to... I get it.
Makes sense. Everyone wants to know
Yeah.
something.
All.
The other people in the other rooms are asking me stuff just like you are, Siggy. I guess you probably can't hear them since these rooms are completely soundproof, but...
I'm
room
sorry. No.
Itself on the inside is soundproof.
No,
that doesn't mean that if you would move them around by a
Wait.
crane attaching to it on the outside, it's soundproof.
Do you taste this? It's delicious truth.
That doesn't make any sense with what I said.
So Tifa, if they go through the trouble of making the if they go through the trouble and have the technology to make the Ambidex game rooms completely soundproof, what makes you think the rest of the building cannot be soundproof?
That's super expensive. Way more effort.
Tifa, they have a sci-fi Star Warsian energy reactor in this building. They have infinite
Who says
monies.
that works?
Really? In a game with morphogenetic fields and somebody like Kay you come with... Oh really? Where do they come up with the money for that?
Yes.
I think it's fair to assume that whoever is behind this has infinite resources. Just accept it. I know it's hard for you, but...
No.
BO is especially loud.
Who's BO again?
Soundproof obviously means that the rooms don't make any sound. No, I'm saying, even if they do make all the sounds, once we have left the warehouse, we wouldn't be able to hear it. They obviously don't move the rooms while we're watching.
Like it's common, if you're in a room that's soundproof and you speak to one another, no sound comes out.
You are mishearing what I'm saying on purpose, right?
Well, yes, but still.
Remember, each corridor is divided from the next one with 2 doors. Exactly.
Do you know how loud it is to move these things? I don't think
For all we
everything
know-
is completely soundproof.
For all we freaking know, I will try to say it without spoilers. Do you remember, no spoilers people, there was a certain game we played where it wasn't us that moved, it was something else? Maybe when we go to the end of a warehouse plan thing and we press the elevator button, it isn't our elevator that's moving. Anyway.
Yes, let's move the floors around us. That is so much easier than an elevator.
This would be infinitely easy if this is all a virtual reality experiment.
For real, BO, I need you to shut up.
Who was BO again? Dio.
Dio. Because they're all colored doors. They can recolor the doors. They have these RGB LED stripes. They just go... They change the color remotely.
With that I can agree with that. They can make doors a different color.
Yeah.
As long as they're not like fully painted, but with
Exactly.
like lights or something.
Jack with a condescension, I love it. I'm not trying to be condescending, I'm just trying to be correct.
Jack's trying to be
With
correct.
very little information to go on.
Like no information basically.
Exactly. That's why it's a prediction. It's a morphogenetic prediction, people. I'm trying to give my future version of myself knowledge already.
There isn't much time. I gotta hurry and explain all this stuff, or the game will end before I'm done.
I'm done.
So, no more questions from now on.
Okay.
No answers for anybody, okay? You just have to wait.
Can I say all the answers?
Let's get this party started! Let me tell you about the AD game.
Can we skip this at
For
least?
example,
Yes, we can.
Siggy and Fido paired up with 10 Mjoldi and went through the yellow door, didn't they?
Yes, we
That
did.
means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against 10 Mjoldi. And it goes the other way too. 10 Mjoldi's opponent will be Siggy and Fido. Obviously, that means Potassium and Cleaver's enemy will be Mooney.
Wait. Who was it? Who was it earlier?
The potassium.
Wait.
I think it was Sabes.
Who said earlier death from potassium overdose? Who was it?
I need to go up.
I can't find it. Psycho, it was you. I was...
Oh yeah, it was Psycho. It was the banana.
So, you're saying Kay is the murderer?
I mean, popular opinion in the group at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just trying to set us up against one another.
Of course. It was the banana that killed the beast. Fuck. Exactly.
And who doesn't say that Kay doesn't have a banana hidden under his suit?
Exactly. Maybe in his like monk outfit sleeve thing. Sleeve
A
outfit?
lot of
You know
space,
it.
maybe.
And Bio and Quark's enemy will be, alas. Well, I guess enemy isn't really the right word, is it?
I think now you can skip again.
After.
I am so smart.
Okay then. I think that about does it for the basic rules. Well, actually, there's a little bit more, but it'll just have to wait, I guess.
Skip.
After all, it's almost time!
No skip. I saw the banana here, robots are just happy to see me. Exactly. It is now a banana. These are some bananas theories. Yes, and I will laugh so hard at Tifa when they turn out to be correct. Do I need to remind you of me telling you time travel exists and you going for like 3 months? No, that's dumb. And then the game, like literally the next button press, it's time travel.
Yes, because nowadays everything has to be about time travel and
Tifa, this game came out
multiverses. Yes,
ages
I know,
ago.
but still, it all comes in a time where everything is about that, and it's so annoying. Like, why does everything need to be in a multiverse? Why does every movie or every game suddenly need to be about time traveling? Why?
I can't wait until we get to launch where my favorite letter is X verse. It's probably never gonna happen. Hey. Wait.
No.
Okay.
I agree with Tifa. I thought the time travel thingy was poorly established.
I have to disagree. I thought it was amazingly done, and I thought it was very sensible, actually. I mean, I think the whole concept of time travel is dumb, but the way they did it, I saw that coming a mile ago. Away from a mile away. I can't even
You
speak
saw it a
anymore.
mile ago because morphogenetic fields.
Is that why my mouth went like halfway between away and ago?
Exactly.
Damn.
Like your mind didn't know anymore when exactly it got the information.
She's good. The Megaverse. I might be stealing that motto note at some point.
I get so
If it
annoyed.
ever happens, I will be taking that. Claim it as my own. Thank you.
I won't wait and I can't wait. Didn't you hear me? It is time!
No, we can't because we're in a soundproof room.
1 minute remains until Ambidex Game polling closes.
You see, it's time for me to be hopping on out of here. See you later! Have a nice
Let me
time.
vote.
We don't have time to talk about this.
Wait, no. Half an hour talk about how it's better to betray Tenmyuji?
I would like to talk about babies and energy and potential.
No, that comes after.
Oh,
First
yeah.
we talk about the bananas and the apples and why it's best to
Oh, true.
betray him.
Wasn't that here?
Yeah.
Oh.
When she explains on what this game actually is.
I think
That time now got eaten away by the dead lady.
I think they skipped that now. Because we've already had that conversation.
I don't think they skip it, it's just not a part of this timeline.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, that's how we solve it here.
Like literally the time we spend talking about that bit is taken because we go into is used because we go into the room immediately and have 45 minutes.
But I wanted to see Mr. Apple and Mr. Banana again.
I can show you Mr. Apple and Mr. Banana.
Please do. Rock, paper, scissors?
You have to decide who's gonna press the button.
Like A.
Press. And you think that's a good way to decide?
Shut up and do it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's the decision we get to make here.
Vi kinda seems like a scissor person.
Wait. If you say so. But there's only 2 choices in the next one. I expected
We're also
a fork
not in
of
the
like...
decision thing yet.
Yeah, it would have been amazing if it was like a fork of 3.
Just
Based
pick one.
on this.
I think it's Big Rock.
In honor of Hector.
Scissors.
Rock. Looks like I won.
Telling you.
Rock, paper, scissors. That would be amazing.
I'm pretty good
I
at
would
this.
love that. You're really not good at drinking and pressing a button at the same time.
Now where's my point for the prediction?
You didn't say anything.
Excuse me?
You said I should pick.
I said scissor, that she would pick scissors.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's
recall.
your excuse.
I do not recall.
Excuse me? Shh, stop it. Don't say anything.
False result. I don't care.
So what are you gonna pick?
I guess ally.
We're playing against Tenmyoji. Do you have any reason to think he won't betray you?
He's a trustworthy dude. That's why we're gonna betray him.
I guess not.
Yeah. If he does, what does that make our BP?
We'd be down to 1 point each. But that's not hopeless. I mean, sure, we'll be a little further away from the goal, but all we've got to do is earn those points back.
And when will we do that?
Okay, well, I don't actually know.
Also, I kind of feel like we keep taking the downfall when we pick betray, because we're the one that made the decision, but we're kind of being forced into this choice. Like, we're being mentally manipulated.
Well, the game can't possibly manipulate you physically now, can it? I'm making a prediction that I'm writing down once this pen starts to write again.
What is it?
The true ending happens after betraying everybody.
The true ending happens when you've seen all the other ends.
Yes, and to
So
get
that
there...
includes betraying everyone.
Yes.
That is not a prediction. That is how you need to play the game.
Imagine letting me finish my sentences.
Do you listen to
Get
this?
it out of your system so I can tell you what I was
No, okay,
wanting to say.
go for it, go for it.
You sure about this?
Yeah, I'm quite sure.
If you take a pen and you draw a line from the beginning of a game to the true ending, yes? In that line, it will always be when you chose betray. Does it make more sense to you now?
No, even less. This is not a prediction though.
I'm writing it down anyway.
That is so not a prediction. That's basically me saying we'll get the true ending if I keep pressing the A button.
I'll try. What the fuck is... That's a valid prediction. Thank you, Evie. Thank you.
is that
You
valid?
understand what I'm trying to say. Look. Don't argue with me. Look, I'm trying to make it
I'm
a
with button
visual
art
thing,
here.
okay?
Okay, let's check
I'm
the
saying
visuals.
one of these routes is gonna lead to the true ending. I'm guessing it's one of these. I'm saying from the beginning of the game, assuming we can reach the true ending, yes? The line that gets to the true ending. Look at me. Look there and listen to me. Don't read chat right now. You get confused. You listen. From the beginning of the game to wherever the true ending is.
Yes.
Every time on that route through the flow, when we have to choose ally or betray, it will be required of us to choose betray.
But you can see that by predicting the flowcharts. The longest ones are all on the right side, which means betraying. So that's not a prediction.
No, this one you get when you ally with somebody.
Yeah, and here you betray someone.
Yes, so you didn't always choose betray. Thank you for telling me my point. So I'm guessing it's
That's the ally one.
this one, because there was no allying here. He's saying the route to the true ending will involve betrayal at all decisions. Exactly. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And I'm saying this because every single time when the routes, like the main split starts, I'm guessing this one, Phi, will instill on us, yes, ally would be the nice choice, but the only smart way forward is to choose betray, because you don't know what the other people are going to do. And I think that's foreshadowing.
Personally, I don't see it as a prediction.
Can you
But
see it
I'll
unpersonally?
take Evie's.
Okay, well, I don't actually know. But it's pretty obvious that we'll be playing this game more than once. After all, we can't get to 9 BP if we don't.
10 seconds remain.
Yeah?
Until Ambidex Game polling closes.
What are you gonna do if I get all of my predictions right?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I'm a designated referee here. You get my point, that's what matters to me. If she is confused, that's okay. If everybody else is confused, it's fine, I can try to explain it in different ways.
Like, I get
But
what you're
somebody
trying to say
understood.
now. I just don't see it as a prediction.
You get a free ride to Disneyland. That would be nice. I'll take that. Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
Haven't you made some mutually exclusive predictions? I am of course talking about only my predictions. Unless you mean me. Then, time travel is a thing, so no, that could still become true in the end. We don't know what the ending is gonna be. Maybe it's like, well, everything that has happened actually has happened. Therefore meaning everything has happened and I'm always right at the end. I get what
I'll
you
just
mean
go
now,
with
but the way you said it first made no fucking sense, Jack.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
take
like,
it.
I now predict we need to finish this game to see an end.
I didn't say
The
that.
true ending is not gonna come during the middle of the gameplay.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but that's how it like came across, like something around that line.
Martinat,
Something
I'm
absolutely
happy
stupid.
you now got it. Tifa still needs a little bit of warming up for my genius theories.
Well, you won.
I think your butthole is just extremely wide by pulling all of these things out at the same time.
Perhaps inelegantly worded, but decipherable. Thank you. Maybe, as this game progresses, I will speak more and more in riddles myself. Maybe the true virtue's last reward is deciphering what I'm saying. This game at the end will have me leaving as like this babbling nonsensical mess. Like I'll be sitting here like a cave hermit or something that hasn't seen another living soul in like 50 years. The time travel! The time travel! It is real! It is real!
You'll start talking at work.
Yeah. Exactly. But you said first we need to betray everyone to get the training. Technically true, but not a prediction, because like Tifa said, that's just how the training works. That's what I said, but that's not what I meant.
You know what? After all of this, you won and I need a short break.
Alright. BRB.
BRB. And we're back.
We are. What you said after the training is a path where we betray at every split. Unknown, but is an actual prediction. Eat Motternard's words, Tifa.
I already said I'll take Evie's judgment and accept it.
Thank you, Motternard. Thank you. Also turned into an emoji because truth.
I don't see one on our end at least.
Not there. Previous message.
Oh.
The decision's yours.
Stop being confused.
Now decide. Ally or betray?
3, 2, 1.
Go betray him.
On the last... Jack is behaving insufferably is also a valid assessment. Yeah,
Can I make
but
a prediction that it's not going to change?
confirmed. That's not a new thing, so... I mean, fair, yes. But I feel there is no risk there. That last moment before the counter reached 0, I made my choice. Oh, the counter reached 0, huh?
Sorry, Tenmyoji.
I did it because he's old.
Exactly. You can't trust old people.
Round 1.
Exactly.
of the
I learned from
Ambidex
Clover.
Game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Skip?
Thank you for your participation. Ambidex Gates.
Thank you for
Opening.
Let's see how this turned out, shall we? What do you think Alice picked this time?
Ally.
It's fine. I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others running toward the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. He's been that way ever since we found the dead lady.
Yeah, he knows her. But who?
Shame we haven't talked to him about it. What had happened to make him like that?
Chose betray, huh? That's messed up.
What? You said I should.
Hey, I didn't say that.
That is true. Not
You
this
were-
time she didn't.
You were hinting at it.
But you
We
didn't
were
say it.
like, we're gonna pick Ally. And then she's like, but what if Tenmyoji is gonna betray you? Do you know for sure? That's mental manipulation. Or that's manipulating us. Because it put doubt in us.
Considering you learned that the true end is on the right side last year and both double betrays are bad endings, that fear is kinda impossible. But only kinda. Just wait, I will make it happen.
I get a point for every theory of yours that's wrong, right?
No.
Not how it works?
I just asked
Why do you think
a
I'm spouting
question.
so much nonsense?
What would happen to our BP if Tenmyoji chose to betray us?
Exactly. I wasn't saying you should betray, I was only pointing out that it is the best choice. I mean, you were implying that. I was just asking questions. I hate it when people do that. It was a leading question. Oh, I get it. I was wondering why you were so happy to let me choose after you lost in rock, paper, scissors. You were planning to use me as a scapegoat all along.
Was I?
God damn it.
Yo, what's up?
Fuck off, Fire, you implied that. Exactly, and now she confirmed at least that.
Yeah.
He had a point for all of his bad theories you do without saying a word. Yes, but that would make for a very monotonous stream.
That is also very true.
Fido!
What are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Anyway, we need to go have a look at the results first.
So I only realized that no, that's not a couch.
It's a bench.
Yeah, but isn't that where the projection comes out of? So it's like a projector.
I did not see that.
Come on.
See if it shows again. Oh, yeah,
That-
yeah.
Hey, wait.
You can probably sit on it, though.
Shit.
In this one, it could be that we are the only ones who pick betray.
Nah.
But I think there's gonna be one other pair.
Listen, Alice chose betray when we chose ally. So, who was she with now? I already forgot. I'm thinking it's fair to say that Alice is gonna choose betray again because she has the same fault that Fi has.
Not if Alice is against Clover.
Clover chose betray on the flimsy excuse that Tenmyoji is old. I'm saying there's a possibility in one of those routes, at least in one, like in one of the groups, everybody picks betray.
I mean, it could be. I think in this one, we're gonna be the only one that picks betray.
I forgot the parent, so I want to know.
Looks like you're all here. Finally. Let's get ready to rock!
Paper, scissors?
Ambidex Game! Round 1! The results!
Stop stalling!
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Let's have a look.
Alright. I told you she would. I told you they would.
Oh, there's more betrays. Excuse me, Alice picked ally.
Clover, betray. Dio, betray. Sigma, betray.
But Alice didn't. You went like, oh, Alice is gonna betray.
True.
I told you they would.
But, I mean, yes. But I was right with the other thing I said, that there is gonna be a round when every group somebody picks betray. And now here we are.
All the solos, allied.
Yep.
It's kind of sad, isn't it?
And all of them got what they had coming for them. Yep. Should have known better. If only they could time travel. Dio or Quark? Dio. 100% Dio.
I also think Dio. With Kay and Clover, I'm more surprised. Probably Clover's choice.
Yeah.
I don't think Kay would pick betray.
Clover went like, ew, I don't like the dress she's wearing. Betray.
I'm curious to see what her reasoning is going to be for wanting to betray Luna.
I don't know you that well. Something like this.
It makes sense. Wah, wah, wah.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
I mean, 10 Yuji is probably gonna take it like a champ, like in the other round where it was like, oh, I just gotta win your trust then.
I got betrayed?
But probably pretty hurt.
All I'm gonna say is
I would be hurt.
You can't say 10 Miyuji without G, because he's an OG. He's awesome like that.
He is an OG character because he's 7.
That's what I say.
And... No, never mind.
What? You can't tease us like that. And...
I forgot you get -2 points. I thought he had -3 and then I was like 10 -3 is 7. It all makes sense.
But it was 3 -2.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I stopped myself.
But, first of all, you're really bad at math.
It didn't make sense.
Sorry for calling
I thought it was -3, but it's -2 and we have +3.
But, what is 1 times 7? It's 7, exactly.
Doesn't work.
Yes, it does. Let's talk about math, exactly.
10 Miyuji is 7, that's his theory.
Did I write that down?
Yeah, you did. I made you write that down.
Yes, there it is.
You didn't want to.
Because I was ashamed of how stupid that was when I said it.
Speaking of theory, I mentioned this already in the previous stream, but I don't think it's an official thingy now that I skipped over it, and I think it is. Kay is someone we know.
Like who?
Well,
we know or who knows?
Who knows?
Who is we?
As in, we know probably from the first game. That's gonna be Kay's big surprise.
Kay is a character from 999 is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the name of the main character again?
That was way easier, by the way. Thank you.
Junpei?
Yeah.
Main character makes most sense. Kay is Junpei.
I'm gonna be lenient. I'm gonna write down both.
The big surprise is that Kay... I thought you wrote that down last time, but when I looked through your list, I didn't see it. That's gonna be the big surprise.
Because that clashes with Kay having a Samus Aran moment where it's like, oh my god, it's a girl!
But it could still be a girl. But I don't think so.
Then it's not Junpei.
I mean, it could. But I think Junpei makes the most sense.
Sorry, I just...
I told him you might choose betray.
But that's for another time. Oh.
Fire you.
I can't believe you. I'd never choose betray. I trusted you two.
I'm just saying, I didn't want to do it. Fi made me, so...
And this is what I got.
If you expect a surprise like, actually I'm Santa, I wouldn't be shocked. I don't think they're gonna do that, but it wouldn't be like, oh my god. No.
I think that's going to be the plot twist.
Exactly. Schrodinger's predictions.
Case Junpei. Case character from 999. Case Samus Aran. Yes. The latter being the highest possibility.
Ah. I apologize.
Fire, you don't need to apologize. Yes, you
I
do!
think we should, honestly.
Yes, you do!
I feel like we
We
should.
both should apologize to Tenmuji. But you more than me. I was the one who did it. I pushed the button.
Yeah, I guess you've got a point.
Yeah, you're right, I take it back.
Huh? Wait, what?
Sigma's fault. You want to blame someone, blame him.
What the hell, Fi?
What, you gonna fight each other now? I don't care which one of you pushed the button. I'm never trusting either of you again.
Oh, but when Clover did it, huh?
Mm-hmm. I see
It
what's
was
happening
like,
here.
I just have to win your trust.
Yeah.
But when we do it,
Then all of a sudden it's like, this is a life and death scenario. I mean, fair, but I fully understand this reaction too.
I don't. Do we need to adjust our clothing?
What were you trying to do?
Well, Clover isn't
Oh,
really
you were
wearing
trying to show
anything.
more skin.
Yeah.
You just need to be masked.
Stop that.
Never.
This isn't over. Just you wait.
I tried to think of something to say, but before I could come up with the right words, he was gone.
It kind of sounded like he was gonna take revenge on us.
Yeah. Who has the scalpel? I spun
have.
around. Fi. What the fuck? But she was gone too. God, where the hell? How'd she just disappear like that?
We've been ditched.
As I looked around the room for Fi, I noticed that Clover, Kay and Luna seemed to be having some kind of an argument as well. I moved closer and did my best to listen surreptitiously. Who uses that word?
Why did you do it? Sorry. I guess I wanted to get out of here as soon as possible, you know?
I mean,
I
Makes sense.
apologize, but I felt the same way.
Oh!
it was a mutual decision.
A Mewtwo. Yes.
If we all choose ally, then we could all escape together.
Yeah, but it takes a round longer.
It only takes 3 turns to get 6 points. That would be enough to get us out. Why?
Well, of course we know that. But if we betray, then it's faster.
If your opponent chooses ally and you choose betray, then you gain 3 points. Do that twice and you get 6 points.
It's faster. Do you have somewhere to be? Do you even know what day or time it is? Are you missing an appointment? Like,
You see?
If you ally, then you have to play the AB game 3 times.
But if you betray somebody, you only have to do it twice.
Why are you acting like that's the right thing to do? I almost feel like you're blaming me or something.
We aren't trying to blame you.
But, I mean, if you just think about it, wouldn't it make sense to choose betray?
no.
Get it. I understand now. It was silly of me to trust you guys.
Okay, so this is the round where no one likes one
Everybody
another.
hates each other.
Yep.
For good reasons, well.
I mean,
Luna walked off with her head buried between her shoulders.
I'd probably cry.
Yeah, same.
I'd feel so hurt.
I would now be like super sad. And then later, when we learn that if you drop to 0 points, you get killed, I would freak the fuck out and I would be really angry.
I'm not sure how I would react to that.
Her back trembled as if perhaps she were crying, but I couldn't see her face. Aww.
Poor
Poor
Luna.
Luna. Alice, Dio and Quark, however, seem to be having some issues of her own.
Fine. You just wait.
Man, this is all your fault, Quark.
My fault? Why are you blaming me?
What? They exchanged dark looks, then stormed off in different directions.
Well, we don't know what conversation they had and what happened in the room between them.
Do you think Quark is actually the really sick puppy in this game?
I'm wouldn't be shocked. I don't get the impression at the moment.
Like he's gonna turn full evil psycho weirdo. Of course, only after we learn that he's actually 18 or older, because how would we ever hate a child?
Well, it's either him or Luna that's gonna flip their shit. But I feel like Quark, the connection he has with Tenmyuji makes him somehow less likely to be the evil guy in my eyes.
Why?
I don't know.
Maybe the helmet is actually there to, like, I don't know, weaken his evil powers. I don't know. This is the future. Maybe these things exist now.
I mean, it could be. But I feel like the people who have a connection with one another in the outside world are less likely to have something to do with this.
Let's try to find out.
I mean, both could be in it. Who knows?
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1. If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
Nope, 7.
And then we could actually already leave if we just take our arm and turn it around so that the 6 becomes a 9.
True.
You keep snacks in that helmet. That would be amazing.
That would be really
I don't
smart.
think it's just snacks. I like bananas. It's possible, but I don't think so. Drink some of your tea with honey, Tifa.
I just finished that. There was no honey in that.
Here, have some cold green tea from me.
No, I had enough green tea.
It's good for you.
No, I had enough green tea, thank you.
Or possibly apples. Apple slices.
That fully browned by now.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
Skip? I can smell the skips.
We probably could have skipped after the results.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Tenmyoldi, or Alas, or Mooney.
Secoriat.
Luna just...
Luna. Who dies?
Zero
Okay.
Junior always calls out for people who are probably gonna die because they have the least.
Yes.
What?
This product is brought to us by green tea. No. Available where you buy groceries. No, I don't like green
Probably
tea.
yes. Not sponsored though.
But I do have to say, when was it? Last week, my lymph thing was swelling up.
Tifa had caught something and her body was reacting to it.
And Jack made a disgusting green tea every single day,
I
which
didn't.
had like this whole tub of ginger
It wasn't
in it.
a green tea, it
Oh,
was
it was a
a
black
tea
tea?
made from a huge
just a
chunk
ginger
of
tea.
fresh ginger, a heap of honey and like half a lemon. And I
And
made her
after-
drink that.
And after a few days, it was gone. I gotta admit that.
It would have been gone after a few days probably anyway, but
Right.
I like to think I made it go away faster.
I don't, but I'll give you a point for that.
It works for me.
Yeah. Why am I going to die?
See, now they learn about the 0
I
points
can
thing.
tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops
Skip?
to 0 gets
I see.
Oh, that was short.
Alice, Luna, and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we
I
lost
feel like
2.
technically we can skip it too. It's the same lines, just from a different person.
Yeah. And they got paid to do jobs, so you listen to it.
Today I ate half a cashew nut and found a meal beetle inside.
If that happens to me, I
Ew.
don't eat the thing I was trying to eat for at least half a year, because every time I see it, I think of a beetle in there.
Yeah, probably.
Happened to me before with an apple. It's like...
Even though I gotta say, I probably wouldn't even have noticed, because I usually eat like 1 cashew whole if I like snack on it. I wouldn't have seen the beetle It was alive! Did you bite it in half too?
Did you find it before or after you put it in your mouth? I mean, it could be that you place it in your mouth and you go, this is weird, and you go, and then you see, oh, beetle.
I hope it's still alive.
And you have friends
And
now.
you put it in a jar.
80% of a bag of one. It's probably the only beetle in there. I wouldn't worry about that point.
On the bright side, lots of nutrition.
Oh look, there's text.
This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Sorry.
Sorry, like you should be.
Why?
Yeah, my color's changed. It's magenta now.
Mine's magenta too. Me too. Hey, wait. It wasn't just the color that changed. I'm a solo now.
Looks like Clover and I are still pairs, Will.
I'm a yellow pair now.
Clover, no?
Yeah.
I am yellow as well.
Oh, wait, pairs.
But it
I thought we
seems I'm still a
were...
pair.
Then who's the yellow solo?
Me. Still a solo. Looks like I'm cyan.
I'm a cyan pair. Aren't you one too?
Yeah,
Oh, with fire, okay.
says pear and the color's cyan.
Who are we stuck with? I didn't see.
Back when the AB gates closed. As soon as the gates closed.
Skip.
Dum dum.
Lots of skipping.
Dum dum. I said before, I said again, I love the skip function.
I did miss who we are now with though.
Clover. Oh, why is this happening to me? I spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I deserved at least a little self-pity.
That's okay.
But even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere.
Oh, Clover and Quark.
Oh. Color-wise. Yeah.
Okay. Well, could be worse.
Like Kay had said, we needed to at least try and find another way out.
I just kind of also want to be paired up with Quark once. Just to see how that dynamic goes.
So I shook my head, stood up straight and headed off.
Any wishes?
I mean, potentially it's for crew quarters again, but we don't know, so let's start at the beginning. Pick lounge and then see if we can skip.
Oh, what do you mean crew quarters again?
In
Isn't this
the
the one?
rightmost route, the crew quarters was always the option that led to us being able to make progress.
Oh, I thought this is just a thing where you have to explore everything to
No.
kill time.
Did we have to do that?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
We had like 2 hours before...
Can you skip?
Ah, Sigma.
No way.
Another dude. This place is turning into a real sausage fest.
Then why don't you leave, Dio? What you telling me for? Oh yeah, you were one of the first people in here, weren't you?
Yeah, so?
Well, did you notice anything?
No. Although I guess I did notice that the sofa's pretty comfortable.
Okay, how about something more useful?
I'd say that the comfort level of a sofa is pretty useful.
I
It's
will
not
hate
like
it.
I disagree.
I think I will hate it so much when we get paired with him.
The worst thing is when a couch looks really comfortable
But
and then
isn't.
you like ploof down on it and you basically break your spine by the
Yeah.
impact of dropping on it. And it's like betrayal.
It's like
Pure betrayal.
it's like a real life encounter with a mimic.
Yeah,
No?
basically.
You want to achieve confidence and all you get is back pain, or you be butthurt. It's horrible.
It is the saddest thing, I swear. And then
I
sometimes
can think of sadder things, but it's pretty bad.
And then sometimes you see a couch where you go doubt, and then you sit down carefully, and then you're like a ploop. Like
And then you're like,
"Ah."
my butt is in heaven. Yep. Sofas. Alright.
Dio, what's this?
That? What, you can't tell? It's a dirty magazine.
What? Okay, so we got kidnapped Christmas Day, right? The 24th?
Yes, but I don't remember what year.
2028.
Okay, so we've been out for a few days.
Or
this is just a
another red
prediction.
herring.
They could have go like this could be from before and goes like, hey, on this date there will be an eclipse.
This magazine is actually 1,000 years old, and they got the date and time wrong.
Because of the eclipse thing, I don't think we can 100% say for sure this is past December 31st.
Or maybe it's an announcement that there will be one in a few days.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we can't trust the magazine on what date it currently is.
Insert Uranus joke here. I will not pronounce it the other way. Oh, come on. It's about astronomy. Can you even read?
Can you even see? Just look at those rings on Saturn. Don't they excite you?
What rings?
I think
on
he opened
Saturn?
it. He opened it.
Different strokes, I guess.
It appears to be a special dedicated to a lunar eclipse. The cover says the eclipse can be observed on December 31st, 2028.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess it did say something like that.
So, wait. Is Dio fully blind?
Why? Who says he didn't open the magazine?
Why would you even try to make that a joke?
Well, why not?
While an angry chihuahua walks past the building we live in.
Because he was making a joke about it being a dirty magazine.
Okay, Dio's attempt at comedy there was, to me, about as good as my failed attempts sometimes are. Yeah,
I thought it makes sense. She's gonna ask if that was a dog out. Yeah, there's
it sounded like an angry chihuahua. It's not ours, we don't have one. December 31st, huh? That's 6 days from now, right?
6 days, huh?
It's the 25th.
You mean today is December 25th?
How do we know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it is. Depends on how long I was out after they hit me with that gas, I suppose.
Hey, Kay. Your team went to the crew quarters, right?
Wasn't there
Why are we
something
not
about
talking about the dates?
Wasn't there something about an eclipse before too?
No.
Is this the first time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you find anything?
Nothing of interest.
You better not be hiding something.
There really wasn't anything helpful.
What could Kate possibly be hiding? Except everything?
Bananas.
There was a book about a cat, though.
Cats, you say?
A cat? What, so now Zero Senior's a crazy cat lady? Just what the hell are we supposed to do with that tidbit?
Well, it's more useful than how comfortable the sofa is. Fair point.
Hey, the sofa's comfort level is very useful.
What is the
What?
I think you must have misunderstood me. This book isn't for, cat ladies. It's about Schrodinger's cat.
I don't really give a shit about the breed, genius. Anyway, I'm a dog person, if you couldn't tell.
No, it's not an issue of breed.
It's more like you are a dog, but sure.
Are we now gonna go into...
Yes.
Okay. So it's a story about poor Mr. Schrodinger and his beloved cat, right?
It actually is.
The cat dies at the end.
Oh,
Possibly.
He's pretty good. It's one of the options.
But he says that with a smile. I don't like that.
Who fucking who?
I mean, that definitely is boo-hoo, but...
Yes.
Fine. Never mind.
I just wanted to talk about cats and physics. Just as I was about to open my mouth and tell Kay that I cared about what he'd found, even if Dio didn't, Luna and Fire appeared. Dio's gonna be like, oh look, it's a party now.
Finally
Girls.
some buns for the sausage? Is that how you say it?
I feel like saying that should make you not be allowed within 500 meters of women.
Probably, but he went with the sausage fest.
I guess he did, yeah.
So this is where you were. Did any of you find anything?
Nope, we got squat.
You were looking though, right?
Well, yes.
I don't like this version of Fire.
Dio looked at the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, answer me.
don't feel like the version really changed.
Oh, well, I mean, we weren't wasting time. I was just asking them what they'd found.
And?
Nothing.
Useless.
A book
What
about
about
cats.
you, Sigma? You were one of the people searching the infirmary, weren't you?
I wonder if now, during this time, someone searched the infirmary and found
the cure?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They
Would be
could
nice.
go that way.
Well, there was that antimatter bomb, but otherwise nothing major.
Small baby, nothing to worry about.
Yeah, haven't seen those yet. So. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. It would take too long to explain. Just have a look at this. I dug the paper out of my pocket and handed it to Luna.
It looks like a piece of newspaper.
Yeah, we found it in the infirmary safe.
The headline says, Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities.
What? What is Radical 6?
Just read the article.
Okay. The Radical 6 virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire. The WHO has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly
No, because
advised.
this is the first time Luna is reading it out. Here.
Who was it last time?
Us.
No. A cold silence fell over the room.
Nothing in this room has happened yet.
Oh yeah, at least not in this way. Okay. For several long minutes no one spoke. It was Kay who finally broke the spell.
Is there a chance? I mean, I certainly hope it isn't the case, but could it be that this facility is, in fact, one of the quarantine locations that clipping mentions?
Then you're saying we're all infected with this Radical 6 virus?
Potentially, but I don't like it. Nah, but... Do you think?
I think we could all be infected.
I mean, yes, but do you think we were put here because we were infected? Because I think we were put here to make a Nonary game happen.
I mean, maybe both.
I don't know.
The infection might not have changed anything, or maybe we have some kind of different gene that could cause a cure in certain situations, like
Or like the axillevir that we learn about is derived from us.
maybe.
Okay. It's confusing. I don't know. It doesn't really fit. I mean, none of us have shown any kind of symptoms, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I do feel a little strange. I've lost my balance a few times.
My body feels kind of weird too now that you mention it.
That's probably just because you were asleep for so long.
Are you suggesting that our incarceration here has nothing to do with this article?
Yep.
It just doesn't add up. The order's backwards.
Or we have been chosen to save humanity. But then again, then they wouldn't pick Tenmyuji and stuff. And people with not very breathable hips.
She's of course talking about Kay.
Throwback. Friday.
I don't know, it's not impossible, but... Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, not in the Nonary game where they're gonna kill us off.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a stretch.
Maybe if we'd been thrown in here after this virus started spreading. But right now it looks like we were abducted before this thing turned into a pandemic. How's that make any kind of sense? Besides,
Wait.
You found that article in the safe, right?
Wait, could there actually be something to this? What could you possibly gain if you run a Nonary game that has anything to do with a pandemic? Because we learn that there is a cure. It's axillevir. Right?
Yes.
Entertainment. Fair point. I mean, outside of that.
It could also just be bad timing. This was already planned. Pandemic broke out.
I can't think of any particular reason why you would combine a Nonary game and the outbreak of a worldwide pandemic. Like, if it was about trying... We're not all scientists, are we?
No.
No. I mean,
we already know that for a fact.
We don't know what anybody is doing except for Dio. And we have some clues about Luna.
And Clover and Alice, we know for sure.
Because if
it's already half.
Yeah, but I'm trying to like make sense of a potential we were put in here to find a cure. Because
you wouldn't pick two ancients for that.
Two what?
Clover and Alice being
ancients.
Agents.
Oh,
from some organization.
Because I was thinking, if the angle would have been, oh, we put a bunch of people in here, is like we put them in here to run these like time loop experiment tests, so that there is some variation where the scientists we put in there find a cure. You know the thing about if you have an infinite amount of monkeys with infinite time writers and infinite time, eventually one of them will like recreate Shakespeare or whatever. I mean, if you're desperately looking for a cure and you're running out of time, if you could make like a capsule where time travel exists, I would have understood that. That would make sense, because you go, oh, with normal procedures we can't get to the cure on time, we just don't find it. So we make this thing where they just go in an infinite time loop, and then in one instance they will find it and then you just get them out because they found the cure. But the cure already exists.
Yeah, I haven't found a reason to, or I haven't found anything to connect the pandemic to this yet.
No, maybe the cure is complicated to produce, limited users, Nonary Game to filter out assholes?
I do not think so. Because then, after like the first AB game, you already know who the assholes are.
That kind of would like mix with the entertainment factor. Because if you just want to weed out assholes from society because you have limited resources and stuff, might as well just let them die, you know?
And honestly, it would all go to the rich.
Yeah, true, maybe we all are rich. We don't know that part.
I doubt it.
Maybe Kay is like a super nerd who fulfilled his lifelong dream of spending $1 trillion on making a living, breathing exoskeleton suit for himself.
I think we need more info to find out how this pandemic is connected.
That means Zero Senior put it there specifically so we could find it and read it.
Could also be fake.
Why would Zero do something like that?
I don't think it's fake, but I mean, Adam could also be set up that if it performs a scan, it will go, hey, this person is infected. Make it like a 8 out of 10 chance.
Like the result could be fake too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
And the people have just been drugged to act a certain way.
You can fake these things.
Yeah.
So that we'd think this place is a quarantine facility. So that we'd think what Zero wants us to think.
And what does that
mean?
This thing is just a prop. Something to set the scene. Zero's trying to freak us out. That article is a fake.
I've said that. You've got a point. If it was real, why cut it out? Just leave a newspaper with the article circled in a red pen or something.
Right? That lazy son of a bitch. Probably too much of a pain in the ass to fake a whole paper.
What does the other side look like?
If you take a piece of paper and you rearrange all the letters in the entire article, it spells out the spoiler, the twist for the game. The other side. Oh, hold on. It's black.
See? There you go. Why would a newspaper just be black on one side?
That is weird.
Well, perhaps there was an ad there.
An ad?
Some sort of full-page ad with a black background.
That's unlikely because a full-page ad with a solid black background is really expensive.
It's a lot of ink.
Yeah. No. I bet you money an article like this was front page news. It's too big of a story. And I really don't think they put full page ads on the back of the front page.
Exactly. Even I know that, and I can count the number of times I've read a paper on one hand.
This is funnier playing it now in 2023 because newspapers are basically non-existent anymore.
I was also kind of wondering, like, who will still read a newspaper in this year, but there you went.
Well, when this game was made, newspapers weren't dead yet.
I mean, fair.
Just saying.
Senior really wanted to trick us. Why not go all out? Only an idiot would fall for this. It's pathetic.
Are you calling me an idiot?
I suppose you do have a point.
Yes, I agree.
Besides, I don't remember ever hearing any news about any pandemic. If it was really killing hundreds of thousands of people, I'm pretty sure that would have been on the news or something.
You're right. We would have heard about it.
Funny that you mentioned that, actually, because some countries didn't want the news to get out. I remember that. We still got local newspapers for the elderly, probably. Yeah, I mean, some people are still buying them, but how do you think that's gonna be in 5 years? I think they'll probably still be around, just very little. Yeah, somebody's.
I mean, they won't get printed in the same amount as they did before. They
Yeah.
already don't anymore.
Way
now.
lower circulation. Yeah, fair.
Or maybe only by, what do you call it, abo?
Subscription.
Yeah, that could be.
Alright, let's have a look around, see if we can find anything else.
Idea.
I'll be off then. What about you guys? The consensus seemed to be that they intended to remain. Okay. I'll see you all later. With a wave, I made my way to the exit. With a wave? Way! Where to next?
The other day I was in a stream of 999 where the streamer noticed a plot hole concerning a major spoiler. Here written backwards for those that wish not to be spoiled. I'm not even trying. My mom and uncle read newspapers, but they share. My uncle comes to my house to drop off his old ones. Did make sense. My mom and aunt used to do that with not newspapers, but like magazines.
But they share.
And I believe my grandfather
Yeah, my
also
grandparents
went
also still
out.
buy newspapers.
Yeah, my grandfather used to buy one too, and then dropped it off at his neighbor when he was. It also kind of makes sense to share them. You read it once.
It's a physical thing, and it's like a one-time use item.
It's easier to pass it on.
Yeah, exactly.
Parents have a subscription, like online or for a physical one.
I would imagine physical because we're talking about it.
Yeah, that's true.
True. Yeah.
I mean, there is something about like just sitting down in the morning, having a cup of coffee, reading the newspaper instead of doing it online. Personally, I don't really read the news. Only if I see like an interesting thing come by, I click on it. It's usually also depressing.
Funnily enough, over here, instead of one thing we do get like every week, if I don't forget to deliver them, is like the offers for like the supermarkets around us for the next week, because those are still printed. Except slowly companies starting to just not do that. They like phased them out. And like this whole campaign, like, hey, in 6 weeks we stop printing this, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then they stop sending those. But the others still do. So I think by 2025, like physical papers, like sales offers, newspapers will still be a thing, but it will just, I don't think it will ever go away.
I think it's too soon to get them. Yeah, it definitely will. It's too soon to get rid of them in 2025. But I'd say give it like maybe
2028. Sorry, in 5 years I meant.
Okay.
I wanted to say, but I didn't.
I would say give it like 10-15 years before they're fully gone, because like the younger generation,
It
or
needs
like
to
our
die
generation,
out with a generation of people that still use them.
Like
Yeah.
you now still have the older generation that grew up with newspapers and that will keep using newspapers for now. Like our generation doesn't really use use newspapers anymore. They're more like online. So I think like when we are older, they're gone.
Yeah. By that point, all the forests have burned up. Potentially. Or we found a way to fix that.
That could also be.
Where to next? Infirmary.
Maybe we should have ended there.
I'll end you.
I don't like the crew quarters.
What? Why not?
Well, the 4 rooms, it's annoying.
I don't think we need to go through all the rooms.
And we're probably gonna have a whole discussion there about Schrödinger's cat again.
Have a discussion with you. That we can't skip because... Oh my god.
Sigma, what do you want?
What do I want? What, do you think I'm here to play doctor?
Rub some salt on those wounds of yours. Sigma doesn't disappoint.
Here we go again, people.
Oh, does this mean, by the way, that Sigma prefers Clover over Alice?
Apparently. Yeah. And not Luna. Honest Psycho, you're safe. What do I want? What, do you think I'm here to play doctor? Only if you're secretly Clover.
Tell you what, how about I'll be the doctor? You get on the exam table and I'll cut you open with that scalpel over there.
Oh, we left the scalpel behind.
Yeah.
I thought we took it along.
I mean, somebody could have picked it up, but... Man, now you're still pissed.
What the hell do you think?
Understandable.
Especially learning after the fact that this means death. Yes.
My BP's down to 1 thanks to you.
I mean, I'd be mad too, but...
Come on, I already told you I was sorry.
Yes, and that makes it all better. You goddamn idiot.
Well then, what the heck am I supposed to do?
Piss off.
Seems like I'm already doing that.
You don't know the half of it. Just get out of my sight.
Here's a solution, man. Just close your eyes.
Leave before I make yours black. The last guy I fought went home in an ambulance.
You shouldn't have picked a fight with a paramedic, man.
Shut up.
That's actually a really good comeback.
Ooh, I haven't had that one yet.
That is such a good burn.
Damn.
It's like...
Damn.
Mic drop.
Yeah. Good thing we're in infirmary. He can get some cream for that burn. Damn. Sigma can be witty. Yes, if he isn't sexually harassing people. Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Fine. I shoved my hands in my pockets and looked around the room. So, is it just you here?
This side of the divider, yeah.
This side?
Quark's over there, having a look around. And there's... You really gonna make me say it?
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the lady who was murdered, you mean? Yeah. You've been acting kind of weird since we found her.
Wait, tell me all the female characters we had in 999.
Clover.
Mm-hmm.
June.
Yeah.
I don't think... Oh my god. Do you think it's June? Oh, and Lotus. I don't think it's Lotus.
It's not Lotus.
June.
I was gonna make a joke about how Tenmyuji is 7. And who does he have a close relationship? One of the women. And seeing how he's so
you're
out
saying,
of it.
You're saying murdered lady is June?
I mean, why not?
Well, it's your prediction. Are you saying it or not?
Yeah, go with it. And that's why he's sad? Because 7 knows June? And that's where the connection is there. No random connection. Solved.
We have finished our first page of predictions.
This whole thing is so full of bullshit connections.
If somebody finds this without like any idea what I was writing this about, they go like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? What's he writing down? Is he a psycho? But to be fair, being an asshole here after the betrayal is double shitty. Yes. Yes, I agree.
Yeah. We should be a tiny bit more humble in my opinion.
I would be super
in this
apologetic,
case.
like, hey, I'm sorry, I was being selfish, I didn't know the stakes were that high. If I had known this would potentially kill you, I wouldn't, you know?
Future archaeologists will have fun with your notes.
In 4,391.
Oh,
yeah.
But I have left something super handy for archaeologists as my... Where is that? I saw it the other day again. Oh no, that's yours. Oh man.
The fastest caterpillar in the world.
I made very realistic depictions of what caterpillars look like in this year, 2023. Oh yeah, there they are.
Okay.
Archaeologists are gonna find that and be like, whoa, that's what a caterpillar
big
looks like.
throwback moment.
I'm sure it'll be extinct at some point.
I drew this caterpillar ages ago. We've talked about this before at some point. This is a caterpillar, right? You can all see this.
I find it more like a worm.
Now, remember that one? And now I show you how Tifa draws a caterpillar, for those of you that don't remember. Are you ready?
It looks like caterpillars.
According to
me.
Tifa, those are 3 caterpillars. Any more questions?
In the year 4,391, all of these animals will be extinct and they'll go like, whoa.
Looks like a curse word in Arabic. It could be. It looks very like artful to me, but I cannot read it. Yeah. What's the meaning of life, 42? That's just my mustache if I sleep on it. Hello, Ranger. Happy Friday. How are you feeling? Have you recovered yet? Any more you want to say about your caterpillars?
No.
Because they're not Tifa, they're a squiggly line with dots above it. That's not what a caterpillar
Maybe I'm
looks
gonna
like.
leave those like everywhere I go, so that there's a higher chance of this historical fact being found.
Finally feeling better. I'm happy to hear that.
Glad
Nice.
to hear.
I can breathe! That's an important thing. I appreciate that. It's
How
good.
are Olivia and Eli? I'm surprised
And
you.
Callie.
And Callie. Well, Callie is traveling at the moment, no?
If she came back in the meantime, he could have infected her. Just saying, hope he didn't.
Regardless, how is Callie?
We're both having a great Friday. It's warm.
I'm so glad
But other
it's
than that,
Friday.
yes.
Yes.
And we found an urban legend about someone leaving bad drawings in Germany. I don't think they would realize they're supposed to be drawings to begin with, because it's like, It's like, what is that?
It looks like a cat. If I see that, I would think, oh, that's a caterpillar.
At least one person. Both babies are thriving after giving me their sickness. Nice. I mean, not nice that you caught it, but
you got it from the kids.
I'm happy to hear that they're doing well. Kelly, it is super early day with a sunrise elopement.
Ooh, romantic.
Sounds nice, but also getting up super early.
I mean, yeah, but still.
Meanwhile, you've been acting kind of weird ever since we found her. Why is that?
What, isn't that normal? We found a dead body. Who the hell doesn't get a little freaked out?
Yes, perfectly justified if you ask me.
Also, you know, my theory about now where that we're gonna go with it, the body being June doesn't make sense.
Yes, it does.
Look at Clover.
You remember the
Look at
whole
Alice.
thing with June in the first game, right? I'm saying it's possible.
Oh, but and look at Seven.
What ain't normal is all of you just running around like nothing happened.
I kind of agree with Ten Miyuji.
He has a point. Going to Forks. What's
Washington.
Washington tomorrow. That's where they shot Twilight.
Ooh.
It's a tiny tourist town fully dedicated to Twilight. That is kind of cool, honestly.
Then I hope she does come back and that she doesn't like leave you for a Taylor Lautner lookalike.
Remind me to ask for pictures. I want to see that. Then all of a sudden in the pictures everyone is sparkling.
And super buff and sexy. Yeah, everybody looks like models.
Hell, some of you probably don't even remember she's in here.
I mean, I kind of got, honestly.
Yeah. That's just because we've got a lot of other stuff to think about. Can you blame them for being a little single-minded? They're trying to escape from a game that's just made it clear it has no problems killing them.
Oh, just trying to survive, huh?
Yeah, actually.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Then don't you think we ought to figure out who killed her first?
I mean, fair point. You're kind of thinking like a police detective there. What does that have to do with anything?
You don't think much, do you?
I mean...
I bet you a pound of neodymium, the bastard who grabbed us, is the same bastard who killed her.
A pound of what? What's a neodymium?
Why do we have to use all the big words here?
I want to Google it, but I'm pretty sure it's a made-up thing, and then it's a spoiler, so... She chose me because I am a Taylor Lautner lookalike. Okay.
I mean, even in the movies, he was the right choice. Or he should have been the choice, really.
There were no good choices in Twilight.
If you had to pick.
There were only wrong choices.
There were 2 choices.
Neodymium is a metal which is used to make the strongest magnets in the world.
Why do I want a pound of that?
Okay.
How much is it worth?
Thank you. Neodymium is the chemical element with a symbol ND and atomic number 60. Neodymium is one of the more reactive lanthanides. I'm making up words. A group of similar metallic elements numbered 57 to 71 on the periodic table. These 15 elements plus scandium and yttrium are termed rare earth elements.
I'll believe everything you said, but it's like...
Also known as Reese. Exactly, Ranger. Exactly. Okay.
Like, why don't you know this?
Oh my god, we're going full Throwback Friday. The super strong metal is in a group termed Reese. The magnet glove in Zelda Oracle of Seasons, when you use it, goes Wee. Oh my god, it makes sense now.
Ranger streaming with random people on the internet
Who
also
go
Wee. It all makes sense. I see.
It's been so long, but I haven't forgotten about any of it. It's all coming together. Time is a flat circle. Tell that to Tifa. She doesn't believe time travel exists in this game. Alright, give me my neodymium.
Who else could it be?
If Zero is one of us. And you're saying one of us murdered the old lady?
And who do you think this was, by the way? Why?
I think it's Sigma looking into the mirror, seeing a reflection of himself.
That's deep.
Dabs for truth.
That is deep.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry.
I already read that, but I'll do it again because that's very sweet of you. Then you're saying one of us murdered the old lady? You saw it too, right? The person in the gas mask?
Yeah.
Did you notice anything?
Not really. The gas made pretty short work of me. Me and Quark.
What?
Oh, true. We don't know of their connection yet.
Yeah. You and Quark were grabbed together.
Yeah. Yeah, we were.
Oh, I don't think you wanted to say this.
Is he your grandson?
So what if he is? Why do you want to know? That doesn't have anything to do with what's going on here.
But what if it does? Maybe it'll shed some light on something else.
I'm pretty sure it won't.
Why is that?
Quark's got nothing to do with this.
That reminds me, Quark didn't even call him Grandpa or anything once, no? In
Quark's
the previous
got
one, he kept saying
something
that.
to do with this, doesn't he?
I guess. I mean, he is even in the other run, he was very protective of Quark. Like, not like, oh, I must protect you from harm. Like, more like I must protect information from leaking out.
Maybe Quark is some sort of living experiment himself. Hence the name Quark.
I mean, sure.
Speaking of yttrium, did you know there are 4 chemical elements that are all named for one place? Itobi. No, I did not.
I can't even name you any of those chemical
And I will
elements.
probably forget about that again, because chemicals, physics, like...
Why is he so sure Quark has nothing to do with it?
I mean, he is aware of some difference between him and Quark, exactly.
Well, I can imagine, especially with family, that you are more protective of him, but it seems too protective.
Yeah, but
why not just say that?
Psycho is pointing out, there is something different about Quark, which is why Tenmyuji seems to be so protective of him.
Yeah.
And like when he like broke down everything, it's like, no, it's not what's it? Anemia. That's the word.
Right.
Sit like a human. Do it with me. Sit straight, Tifa.
Oh, sitting straight. Thank you, Ranger.
So he's both a living experiment, a robot, and behind it all? I think you've said all of these theories. He could be a living experiment and a robot.
You said Quark is behind it?
No, I don't think I did. I said everybody's behind it at some point.
That is true.
Quark potentially being a robot and a living experiment are not mutually exclusive. But I don't think so for some reason. I think he is sick. Like he has something. But
Well,
I don't
that
know
we
what it is.
already know, but...
Well, maybe it's just a side effect of whatever we did to him. Was you not sitting straight?
I'm sitting straight.
Tifa, why do we make a redeem for people to call you out on your bad posture and you're not fixing your
I
posture?
just moved straight.
I'm sitting straight, you're not.
I'm sitting straight. You're not even sitting in your chair.
You're not. You're leaning back, so you're not sitting straight.
My back is straight. Yes, it is.
I'll leave that judgment up to you. I think you will talk about it in the next line. Press A! So it's got something to do with you then?
What is it, goddammit?
Well, you're holding something back. Info!
Why don't you just leave me alone?
Because you're suspicious.
Why don't we go talk to Quark?
Wait, what? There's nothing suspicious about me.
Yes, actually. Alright, tell me this then. When and where did Zero Senior abduct you?
Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna tell that to someone who betrayed me.
Alright, fine. I'll just ask Quark. Quark!
Hey, stop it. Quark! Don't tell him a damn thing!
Oh, you're getting more suspicious by the... I'd started toward the petition as I spoke with the intention of finding Quark.
I kind of expected to get punched at this point.
Yeah,
the
I think
moment
it's gonna
the screen
be
came.
I found him as I rounded the divider, but
He fainted now.
he was just standing there, blank, slightly confused look on his face.
We're speeding things up.
Hey, Quark? You alright? Can you hear me?
Huh? What? Is something happening?
I turned to look at Tenmyuji. He looked back, confused. Weren't you listening to our conversation?
Suddenly he looks normal.
Yeah. You were just talking so fast. I couldn't really understand.
But he seems like a different person now. Like, this doesn't seem like he's just like come to or something, like he was passed out and now he's like waking up. It seems like he's a completely different person.
I think he's trying to hide it. Aren't quarks a real thing?
Something, science and physics. Yes. Yes, well. I think he's just delirious. Nah, I think this is different.
Quarks are what the protons and the neutrons consist of.
Allegedly.
It probably has a deeper meaning, but seeing how I have no clue about these things.
Foggy, and I couldn't really make out what you were saying.
did kind of snap out of it.
I'm fine now, though. Whatever it was seems to be gone.
No, he's still talking slower.
Yeah, but he is seeming to like come back out of whatever he was.
No, even then he is still talking slower.
Yes,
than
he's
he
still
did.
coming back.
Someone has a fever, Jack. It's a clone.
The books aren't factually accurate, especially here.
Are you sure you're okay?
I think I'm just tired.
See, now he's back to speed.
Being stuck in this place is pretty exhausting. And
he's gone
He
again.
glanced at the bed in the back of the room. On the labor body of the old woman.
Does this look like June?
I couldn't tell you. If I could, I would have said it myself. Looks more like Luna to me.
Yeah, I somehow believe Luna more. Which is the worst thing.
What? Tenmyuji. What the hell were you thinking? You can't let Quark back here.
Oh, yeah. Right. Quark, get over here.
A bit late, isn't it?
Anyway. You're really sure you're okay now?
yeah.
Maybe Luna should have a look at you. Supposedly, she's some sort of doctor.
I said I was fine. Gosh, Grandpa, you're such a worrier. You always freak out over nothing. I'm fine.
How could he not? Well, it looks to me like you're doing fine. I guess we don't have anything to worry about.
Yep. Come on. Let's get back to work. I'm guessing you didn't find a secret passage somewhere, huh?
Nope.
I see.
Yeah. I'll go check up on the others then.
Shouldn't we tell them about the news article too?
Tenmyuji.
I mean, we're asking what they found, but we don't share what we found, only with the other group.
Yeah, because when we wanted to have a conversation with him, I mean, Sigma's way into the whole conversation was already like kind of standoffish, but I don't think Sigma and Tenmyuji are gonna sit down anytime soon and have tea and share info.
I'm quite sure if Sigma would now go, hey, I found something, he would listen.
Yes, but Sigma is also a flawed character and doesn't think like that. Tenmyuji, keep an eye on him, alright?
What, you think I need you to tell me that?
See?
Yeah, he's still mad, which I understand. He has a right to be.
I grinned and turned toward the exit. Where to go next?
Let's take another short break before we go to the last room.
Sounds good. Let's get some more air into this room. I am sweating.
BRB.
BRB.
And we're back.
We are. And you're right, Bedinsis, I still have not worked on fixing the mistake in the BRB screen. Maybe this weekend I'll have the time to. I'll not forget at some point.
I have a feeling this weekend we'll be hanging energyless, sweating on the couch.
It depends on how hot it gets in here. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. If I don't melt. Where to go next? There was only one place I hadn't visited. Could it be the crew quarters?
Off we go. Oh, by the way, to speak of the doors, it does kind of look like it's with a lighting. Sorry. Like, see? This could just be a reflection of light in the door.
Like the detail on the thing could just... Yeah, could be. Or maybe it's a super fancy door that just changes color.
I mean, that could also be... Just remembered something about Ten and Alice. Didn't he want to talk to her about something? Or was it Alice investigating something and Ten not wanting to talk how he got abducted had to do with it? Kind of speculative. I mean...
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. They didn't mention at all, right, what they wanted to talk about. Just that it didn't concern us.
Yeah. Somehow we keep not getting information.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying. Some loose threads connecting. I have a strong feeling that all, like, the spider web of information and missing information won't come together until the very end. I think they're going to pull a Kojima on this one, and like in the last 90 minutes, like lore drops! Something like that.
Yeah. Actually, we do know that it probably has to do with the Ice 9 in Alice's blood.
Or
because he mentioned that before he went like, oh, I want to talk to Alice.
Or if we at some point start looking at the secret files.
I don't want to look at the secret files though. Except for the grandpa videos. Like, look at this. It's all like...
Okay. I really want to read this because I skimmed over the text and I will feel very dirty reading that. At some point in the future, not today. Did you see the erotic units?
Yeah, I saw.
I thought it's about the European Union because I saw EU. Wait, what? At some point. Not today. Not today.
Isn't that what Tenmyuji said in the room?
I do not recall.
Something along the lines of it, at least.
We
can, once we're done, we can ask someone which files we should check out, because I believe it was Matanart who mentioned that there are a few you should check, and the rest is more like extra
that would
info.
also be confusing and or spoilers for the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like at the end. I don't want to go through all of them, it's too many.
Near the end, Gilbert Gottfried is at least an 8 out of 10. Yeah, especially for that voice is like a 6 to 9 out of 10.
Well, have you found anything?
Yeah, we have. No.
It still keeps... I still keep thinking she's doing the like call me thing.
No, he's in
it. Call me.
This very much could just be like a habit she picked up working at a bar as a cover.
Standing like this the entire time? Seems exhausting, honestly.
Yes, but if it gets you more tips... I mean, when I was working in customer service, I also always spoke like half an octave higher, kind of sing-songy.
But in customer service, I did that as well.
Yes, of course, I'll take care of that for you. No worries, give me
just
just a moment. Would you like me to put you on some music, or do you want to listen to me while I angrily talk to my computer when it's not doing the thing I wanted to?
No, because you have a really annoying voice.
I've gotten that feedback once, yes, and I still remember that lady telling me that.
I still remember that too.
Mm-hmm. If you're out there, lady, it's okay, I don't blame you. Hurtful, but you do you.
Could have earned more tips if you showed cleavage check. I mean, it is how it works.
Customer service hotline. I don't think they could hear my boobage.
You gotta go with the raspy voice.
That, funnily enough, is true. A few times over the years I was dumb enough to go into work when I had not fully recovered from a cold. So I had this like very low husky voice, like when you were coughing a lot for like a week. I can't even do it on command. And that's when I received the most compliments.
Yeah.
I can't blame you people.
I think as a girl on a hotline, depending on where you work, it doesn't really matter what you sound like.
I never asked for this, Jack. Exactly. Yeah. I wish I could go that low on command and have that like husky voice. I mean, the best I can do is kind of like this, you know, but it's not quite there. I mean, I'm trying, but I'm failing.
Because with me it was either two things. I used to work in like a technical call center for a web hosting company. And it was either the, isn't there a man available to help me?
Because this is a technical problem. Girls can't do technical problems.
Or the, can we go for coffee? Can we go for a date? Oh, I'm visiting your city soon where you guys are located. Can you show me around and go to some restaurants? That's like one or the other.
Spoilers.
I think it depends on
for all of you that never called another person that they didn't know before the conversation, randomly asking people in a customer service hotline, like the people working there, if they want to go out with you, 99.9% of the time, it's creepy. And that 0.01% I can't even consider right now, like I can't think of it. Maybe don't.
But some people it can also be really cute. Like there was an older guy that always used to call, like once every week at least. And I think he was just making up questions. But then he would tell me about his wife and his kids and how they play tennis and how their matches went, and I could like set my clock on when this.
Meanwhile, you're thinking, I mean, my numbers are good, but I have an average handling time to consider.
I mean, that too. I mean, a lot of people, I believe, treat people in a hotline, no matter where they work, as like a psychiatric,
or as slaves.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't ever have to work
You
with
are
customer
a
service or
customer
anything.
service agent. Shouldn't you service me? Yes, but you're beyond help.
Can be very frustrating.
Deus Ex Human Revolution, one of my favorites. I've only played the first one. Did I? Which one is the first one of the newer ones? Human Revolution? I think so. That's the Never Asked For This thing. The other one, Mankind Divided, I still need to play that. I have it, I never touch it.
I keep losing my ear thingy today.
Wanna put it in the other one?
No.
You've got 2 ears.
Then I don't hear you.
No.
And your beautiful theories.
What about you?
Nothing. I looked through 3 or 4 of the rooms in here. No secret passages so far.
I don't think we're gonna find any.
You know what's really funny? They're working together as like these secret agents, but they kind of do the exaggerated model poses, and they're like it works if they're standing together. Like they're like kind of like JoJo posing, except not nearly as exaggerated. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like Alice seems to do the hip thing, slightly bent forward.
They're both doing the same thing, just mirrored. Look at it.
I wouldn't say mirrored.
It's the other arm. The only difference really, like they both close the eye where they have their arm. Except Alice puts their hand here, Clover puts it behind her head. How do you not see this?
They're breathing out of sync though.
That's why she was looking at the chests. Was just checking if they're breathing, people.
Do you really think Zero Senior is that stupid?
You're probably right. A secret passageway would be a pretty serious oversight. I have a lot of choice adjectives for Zero, but I admit stupid isn't one of them.
Tell me all your adjectives.
Right?
See, I think Clover doing this is her version of me doing this.
But this seems more exhausting because it's just hanging in the air. I don't know.
I don't know. Hey, there's something I've been wondering about.
What?
I don't like where this is going.
I don't think this is going to be a normal question.
Let's see if I can get through it without breaking character. So...
I thought that was still part of your normal line. It didn't register. My bad.
So what exactly is the deal with the two of you?
Oh, that's relatively normal.
Well, you obviously know each other pretty well.
Yeah, we do. We're half sisters. Any chance you'd buy that one?
Sorry.
I mean, could, yeah.
He didn't just buy that. He was imagining it.
Then what do you think we are?
I didn't feel like playing games.
Since when?
Yeah. In the other route, he would have been like, are you like a couple? Have you ever been with a guy? What's headquarters supposed to mean?
What?
I heard you two talking in the infirmary. You said something about getting in touch with headquarters. Her face. I'm sorry. It's bothered me before. Can I...
Can I watch Sigma?
Exactly.
Sigma 100%edly.
But even worse, I'm sorry, if you've ever seen one of those cheap sex blow-up dolls.
No. Now I won't be able to unsee Clover as one. That was really mean. Stupid tiny fly.
You see it though, right?
I see it. Unfortunately, I see it.
They clearly work for Future Foundation. Honestly, with their outfits, they could... Oh fuck, no, I see it.
And now you won't be able to unsee it.
I've seen it so many times every time she pulls that face, but now I like had the words to like verbalize it.
Thanks.
You're welcome, everybody. While we're on that topic, you're now breathing manually. Every time I say that, I start doing it.
Is this, by the way, a theory? Clover is not a robot, but a doll.
No.
Oh, shame.
No.
Even Alice is like, ugh.
Alice, what should we do?
You can't tell me what to do. Please.
Looking a bit blue.
You know, a lot of channels do like this thing where like...
Oh.
Clover and I are...
I actually accidentally pressed the control button.
Yeah, which is the auto and skip button.
Oh.
A lot of channels do this thing where regularly they tell people, remember to stay hydrated, if you need to take medication, do that. Maybe we need to tell people, don't forget to breathe.
In and out.
Alice laid her hands on her hips and sighed.
And then the command breaks and it only says the in.
Breathe, unbreathe, breathe, unbreathe. Or breathe in, breathe out, breathe. That's gonna get really spammy.
We might as well set it up automatically every 4 seconds.
That's so annoying. Okay, where do you co-work?
We can't tell you that.
Why not?
I feel like this makes it even more suspicious. Why can't you just go like, oh, we're accountants?
Nobody ever asks
questions
an accountant what they do.
when you're an accountant.
Honestly, going back to the white sticky stuff on the hand scenario, I would just go with an outrageous answer. And given, I mean, have I already... No, they don't know you that Sigma is a creepy pervert, right?
No, we haven't let that out yet in front of them.
Okay, because... Why those words? Because at that point, if he asked me, and like if we were Clover and Alice, yeah? And if creepy, weirdo, sexy Sigma is asking us, hey, like, what's your relationship status? I'd be like, we're actually prostitutes. You can't afford us. We only work as a duo. What are you still gonna ask? That conversation is over. I think it's perfectly fine to shut down a conversation with that way.
You can still ask questions about it, but...
Yeah, but then you go, well, you have to hire me to learn these things.
Whatever you say though, I would not go with the... I can't tell you.
Yeah, that's like the least escaping answer.
Or go like, hey, we work in theater, or something like that, which explains the outfit.
Yeah, we're actually in character, in costume.
We were kidnapped while working.
Why not? Is it some sort of secret government project that you can't talk about?
You can tell yourself that if it makes you feel better.
Does it have something to do with Zero?
Why would you think that?
Because you seem to know more about Zero and Tifa's yawning than you're letting on, Clover. Where you were talking in the infirmary? There's even a Zero? Sure sounds like you've heard of Zero before to me, and Alice, from what you two were saying, I'd bet you know something about Zero too.
Clover getting annoyed.
Alice too? Are you really secret agents because your poker faces are like really, really bad? Come on, you can't hide it forever. Just tell me what's going on here.
Well, this isn't the first time something like this has happened.
We're actually getting information. I'm shocked.
Or maybe we're not.
Well, this is already more information than we've gotten so far.
Maybe we'll get more when you press a button.
Clover.
It's okay. I think we can tell him a little.
Okay. What do you mean this isn't the first time?
About a year ago,
A year?
9 people were kidnapped and forced to play a game.
A year ago! It's only been like 12 months. What the hell?
Okay, I didn't see that coming.
Honest Psycho, here comes the in-game recap for the previous game.
Oh yeah, true. Now you'll probably get a bit more about that.
The rules were different, but it was called the Nonary Game too. Oh, wait,
I guess only 7 of them were really kidnapped. I mean, 2 of them were actually the ones behind it. No, I guess if I count the other 2, then there were 9.
Never mind, it's a Tifa recap. It won't
Yeah.
help you that much.
Clover is the in-game Tifa, basically.
Anyway, the people behind that Nonary game also called themselves Zero.
Clover doesn't know the things Junpei knew at the end.
I forgot what we knew at the end, but sure.
Spoilers for you. At the end, it's revealed that Zero is not Ace and not anybody else.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Akane.
Why doesn't she know that?
Well, apparently she doesn't. And it was something super like weird, like, oh, I'm not Zero, but I will be.
Yeah, well, doesn't matter.
Wait,
Press A.
does that still apply now?
Don't know. But she kinda became.
Nah.
That was the flashback.
We're not gonna use the same plot point twice. Whoa, hold on, Clover. Can you give me more details? Besides, how do you even know about this in the first place?
Because I was part of it. I was one of the people who got kidnapped.
What? You mean this is your second Nonary game?
No.
My
Third.
third one.
It's my 3rd.
There we go. Third!
The same thing happened 10 years ago.
Wait. What are you? That means you have to have something to do with this.
I guess you could say that.
What do you mean you guess? How could you not?
Well, I'm basically Peach.
You're Clovis in another castle. Whoever keeps doing these Nonary games must have decided they wanted you to play a third one.
Super high school level
Nonary game participant. Yes. Yes. That's the crossover we need.
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Because the game was run by a different person both times.
Okay, so she does know.
And the guy behind the first Nonary game has already been arrested.
What about the second one? You said there were 2 people for that one.
They're still on the run, but...
They're still on the run.
Depends on what information she has.
Am I misremembering the game, the end of the first game, so badly?
Just press A for now. No, you don't.
Then it has to be them.
No. I really don't think so.
I don't think she can go with, oh, it was this person and this happened, so it's kind of weird, and there was time traveling.
It was a
and
time
other
traveler,
dimensions.
actually.
I don't think
Yeah.
you can come with that.
What do you think happened at the end? I mean, I'm talking about the whole, like, the moment when the morphogenetic field, like, the timelines overlapped. I want to play the first game just to catch up. You should. It's so good. It is so good.
It was really good. You said you bought the games, no? If I recall correctly. I absolutely recommend playing the first one.
Again, correct me if I'm wrong, Evie. At the end of the very last stretch of the first game, Akane goes, hey, I'm Zero, except I'm not Zero, I will become Zero. There was this whole thing where like the narrator changed, and I like got it wrong at first. And then we even kept with like me narrating at first because we still thought it was me.
Oh yeah.
But then swapped over to you because it was you.
I think that was more because of the timelines.
Yes. But if in the first game she is Zero, or she has become Zero, which is what the first game tries to solve by not happening because time travel.
Okay.
I'm confused.
I'm not sure yet.
I'm confused.
I also think she can't tell the story as it is, so...
Yeah, how do you explain time travel and alternative dimensions to people?
999 is superior to Virtue's Last Reward. I
don't know yet.
Yeah, I can see why, but I need to see more of this game first. Like, at least, like, to the end.
The end, Santa and June were not the first of the group. I don't recall what happened to Santa. June, yes, because she technically never was. I don't recall when Santa left or disappeared. But being on the run kind of, it would make sense. But again, I also, like, I agree with this. Like, after having done all of that, I don't think if they have to do it again, they wouldn't drag Clover into this without her agreeing to this.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you've been through enough.
Yeah, I get it. So bought it, even just to support. I do have to say though, 999 was, the puzzles there were more math-based.
We seem to have a harder time with 999. Especially towards the end. Like, at first it was getting used to the game, like knowing where to click because it wasn't like super obvious to us.
It's not undoable and it's not like high level math, but it definitely made my brain crack a few times.
Yes. So far I think the ones in Virtue's Last Reward are more doable.
These are more... I don't think straightforward is the correct word.
More accessible, at least to us. But we also have the experience of the whole first game, so maybe it just builds on that in a way.
Yeah, I guess.
I thought the puzzles in this game were better. I
have a hard time. There are some rooms I like better in 999, some I like better here. It's gonna see.
The events of 999 certainly did happen and had to happen so June could survive. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
True, we saved June. Yeah.
Some version of her.
Well, let's see what Clover's gonna come up with.
Why?
Because they already did what they were trying to do.
Yeah. They fixed the timeline.
Makes sense.
There's no way they'd have another Nonary game.
That's what I just said, all of this.
But here you go. Actually found that this game had the hardest puzzles in the series, but you may not have done it yet. I mean, we still have a very long way to go, so we could definitely...
Yeah, I would say we're like a quarter through the game.
Get
looking
stuck.
At the floor. Also, hello, Gao Rocks. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Welcome in.
Happy Friday.
How are you doing?
How are you doing?
I mean, we're definitely still gonna get into some pretty hard rooms. Some of these puzzles were
We did
already
that
hard.
dice room puzzle. That was... It took a while, but we got there in the end.
That is true. And don't forget, we have the advantage of being at least 2 people.
Yes, with very different approaches.
With some of those rooms alone, I probably would have been stuck a bit more.
Yeah. Secret of the Infirmary.
Um,
We've done that one.
We've done that one, but we were stuck on it too, I believe.
Yeah, with that one we got some help because...
Oh yes, that was the cure one. That one was bullshit.
Yeah.
I never would have gotten that one.
Knowing the solution, I was like, ah, yes, of course. But
We only got
thinking
it
of
because of chat. I believe it was Matonart that gave a hint to what to put in. Otherwise, we would still be sitting here trying to get that secret file.
Probably.
That
Just
was
exhaust
bullshit.
every single option. Brute force it.
That was bullshit.
Okay, well, that makes no sense. So, let me see if I have this straight. The Nonary game has already been done twice, by different people, and for different reasons?
Yes. Well, I can't be totally sure, but I think so.
What do you think happened to her brother, now that I think about it?
Hopefully, he is living his best life. Maybe still wearing that really cool looking poncho thing.
That would be nice.
And why is whoever doing this calling it the Nonary game? Is it just a coincidence that they're calling themselves Zero?
I don't know.
That's not good enough. You've got to think. Clover, you're the key to figuring all of this out, but you've got to think.
I don't know. Oh.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm thinking.
Snake living his best life as a cultist.
If that's what he wants to do after all of what he's been through, yeah, I'm okay with it.
It depends on...
As long as he doesn't hurt anybody, yeah, I'm okay with it. What?
The gas mask.
The gas mask.
It's the same.
Oh yeah, I saw it too. But what about it?
Well, somebody in a gas mask showed up and used that white smoke stuff on me. That's what happened a year ago. And that's what happened on the 22nd. Someone with a gas mask attacked Alice and me while we were...
22nd. We got attacked on the 25th.
So we've all been kidnapped on different days.
Whoa. Then it got to be the same person.
But I don't know why they do that.
Wasn't it the 24th for us?
The night of the 24th, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas Day evening.
Evening, I think.
Yeah, evening of Christmas Eve.
I mean, they already did what they needed to do. And if it was them, then I don't know why all these other people are here. Except for me and Alice, none of you guys have anything to do with what happened a year ago.
And now we go, Alice? What does she have to do with this?
First of all, yes. Second of all, do you think this Nonary game exists because of a copycat? You know, some people read in an article about somebody committing some heinous crime and then they go, oh my god, I also want to be a big piece of shit and do the same thing, except worse.
I don't think these things have become actual public knowledge, and therefore no.
Yeah, but like in the underworld. Do you really think somebody like Ace wouldn't talk about it? I'm pretty sure Ace is the kind of person that brags to his like his super rich friends from all over the world while they're sitting in some hidden location in the Swiss Alps while eating raw fish penis off of a plate.
I mean, yes, but I somehow don't think so. I think it's possible, but I don't think in the game they're gonna go with something like a copycat.
I would like that as a plot device. Like the events of our first game happened, someone learned about it, and like, I can do that too.
Seems too...
I always wanted to torture people.
Simple. Does that make sense? I mean, we're making everything so
But that's what makes it so beautiful.
Yeah,
you have all of these horrible things happen, and then ultimately the only reason is somebody went like, meh, I can do it too.
I want to do that too. Yeah. Exactly why we have real-life escape rooms now. Okay.
Wait, real-life escape rooms are Nonary games? Damn, it could be. They got more popular in the last couple of years. That's when these games came out.
Right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I know I didn't have anything to do with it. Are you sure you've never met any of the other people here?
Yeah, I'm sure. I know I've never met Luna, or Dio, or Tenmyoji, or Quark, or Phi.
Can't say anything about Kay because armor.
There goes your Tenmyoji is 7. She doesn't recognize him.
But Kay...
Right. There's no way to know who he is under that armor. And if his memory loss is real, he wouldn't know even if he had met any of us.
I still don't get why we just don't ask Kay, hey, how about you take off your mask? Maybe we know who you are and recognize you. Like, why is that such a weird thing that's not being addressed? Even he doesn't know why he's wearing the mask.
I was gonna say maybe they're afraid of Kay being naked and that being awkward, but he literally has this monk's robe. So he wouldn't be naked if he gets rid of the outfit.
I'm quite sure the helmet is separate. I don't think there's a zipper behind his head.
Plus that. A zipper? Like a BDSM mask?
Yeah.
I think that would be too easy. Also, why can't you just accept that Kay is living his best robot life? That's robophobic.
I mean, I do accept it, but we all keep wondering on who is Kay, but we don't ask Kay to just take off his helmet. Why don't we have this talk?
That's true. That's true. That means if I had I can't read anymore. Would that mean that if I participate in an escape room and my sister does the same another day, we'd be able to communicate through time? Only if the conditions are met. Only if you both feel danger and then have an epiphany.
That would actually be really cool.
Potentially. I would not try it out though.
Unless we can get that mask off him, I can't say for sure if I've met him before or not.
Yeah, but now we go with the... We need to get it off him. Why not ask first and then we can make a plan to take it off him?
Using a special morphogenic device known as a text message. Yeah. Those do not work through time. Yes, they do, Bedinses. Yes, they do.
You can plan messages.
Not even that. If you now send the message, it doesn't instantly appear on her phone. It gets sent. There is a delay. You are sending your information forward in time. So technically, she receives a message from the past. It's only seconds, usually, but there is time travel, just not the cool backwards way. Someone hasn't played Steins Gate.
That's us.
We still haven't.
That's us.
Then before one of us could break the silence.
Who is it?
Tell me, Yuji. What's wrong?
Where's Luna?
Oh, core collapsed.
Yeah.
She's not here.
What's wrong?
It's Quark. Something bad's happened.
Hey, calm down. What's happened to Quark?
He just collapsed. I have to find Luna. She said she was some kind of a doctor, right?
Luna's over in the lounge. Where's Quark?
He's in the infirmary.
Got it. I'll go get Luna. You head back to the infirmary. Clover, Alice, you with me.
Okay.
Right.
Are we going to carry Luna? We bolted out of the crew quarters and headed toward the lounge and Luna.
I have. No clue.
We're not talking about the delay of a message to reach the destination. We're talking about days and communication that would only go one way through time. Well, close enough.
Trying to bully these guys into streaming it.
Maybe one day.
I think we probably will. I mean, I still want to play it.
Apparently, Uchikoshi, who keeps being mentioned, also wrote an arc in the Steins Gate universe. Okay.
Oh.
Good to know.
No skipping.
The whole process took only a few minutes. A machine scanned Quark's body and within seconds his results lit up on the screen. Words too complicated for me to understand scrolled across it, and as she read them, Luna's face grew dark. She bit her lip and just stood there for a moment, looking down at Quark before she spoke.
Is this a good moment to save?
After this.
Alright.
We've done all of it already.
Yeah, we already
Skip?
know what's happening.
What's wrong with him? I feel so terrible saying this, but Quark is...
It's a different setup.
Have you played AI the Somnium Files? No.
No, we have not. The only thing I know of it is that it's good and extremely long.
If we were to play it, it would be extremely long.
Quark has an infection. A viral infection.
Oh no.
It's gnarly 5.
Not for lack of me trying.
One day, potentially. One day.
I think we're becoming full-time visual novel streamers.
Possibly.
I think this is longer than... Oh, seriously?
Oh. Yeah, I mean... Longer so far. It's honestly not as long as Virtue's Last Reward. 999? Maybe. Okay.
Oh, that's not even too bad then.
I mean, once we also took 6 months to play through Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, so...
I think that is true. Which, if you had to pick one of them, which ones do you prefer? The Somnium Files or Steins Gate?
Big fan of pretty much everything he's ever worked on. Ever 17 was my first visual novel back in the day.
Also don't know that one.
Also made by the same guy as this. Also keeps being mentioned. I threw my pen. Sorry.
Wow.
I felt my stomach lurch. Don't tell me.
Yes.
Not everyone in this room yet knows about Radical 6.
Yeah.
He's been infected with a virus called Radical 6.
I would find it way funnier if in every permutation of a story it would have a slightly different name.
Radical 9.
Tubular 7. Gnarly 5. Something like that.
Fantastic 4.
Steins Gate is, however, pretty much all reading, unlike this game, Somnium, and Danganronpa. When as far as the stream is concerned, I think Somnium Files is way more likely. But it was decent. You can think of it as a natural continuation of the Zero Escape series, since you can tell a lot was similar. Okay. Alright.
But seems to agree that Steins Gate is a bit better.
Story-wise, at least.
Okay.
I'll take it. Have you heard of this virus? Radical 6, I mean.
Yeah, they have. I told them about it before we went to the lounge.
Oh,
Andy.
What? No. No, that can't be right. Quark can't be... There must be something we can do. How can we cure him?
Well, the Atom says that there's an antiviral serum called Excelavir.
Thank you. I will try to remember the pronunciation this time.
Excelavir.
It's the only way to counteract Radical 6.
Sounds like a Pokemon
if we
still.
can inject him with some, he should be okay.
Where is it?
Was there none in the infirmary?
Yeah, about that.
Sigma, Tenmyoji, and I looked everywhere. We didn't find anything.
We didn't find anything like that in the crew quarters either.
No luck in the lounge.
Oh God. Then he's going to... Oh God, no.
How come only Quark finds the Excelavir? In every other timeline, it's gone. It's not there. And we have checked everything. Also, one second. Aren't we literally in the infirmary right now?
Yeah.
Isn't that where we're standing? We could just look around again, together.
I mean, yeah, but we've already been searching everywhere quite a lot.
Why can't we still not skip this? Tenmyoji's voice broke as he spoke. With a tortured sigh, he collapsed to his knees.
Quark?
Quark! Oh, thank God. You're awake.
Get away from me!
What? Quark, what are you...
Sorry, Grandpa.
Is he actually gonna manage it this time? Because we can't skip this.
I think it's still because the setup is different.
I have to.
Have to what? What are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious?
I just said this to Otto because we already know the scene.
Escape.
Okay.
But how?
Like this.
Quark's hand moved like lightning. He'd grabbed hold of a scalpel and was driving it straight toward his heart. Stop!
No!
It's exactly the same now.
Pretty tough for a kid. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go and let this go through for a bit.
Or maybe somebody else grabs the scalpel this time.
Let go of me, you jerks!
What do you think?
That could be. And that someone else has the whole Alice episode. Dio, maybe?
Tenmyoji is freaking out because reasons? Yeah, understandable. Still?
Damn you!
Different people are in the room, so they don't let you skip. Oh.
I have to get out of
I thought we were all in the room.
You can't lock away the soul. Once my
I
body
also
is
thought so.
gone, my soul can escape. Please.
This logic still doesn't make sense.
Let me go.
There has to be an explanation.
Here. Let me die.
Yeah, but
I have to die. Kill me. Somebody.
what?
Anybody.
Somebody?
Kill me.
Anybody?
Kill me.
Still super messed up every single time. It's gonna be Alice again, isn't it?
I've got it.
The only thing
Oh,
that...
Clover! Good job, Clover. Quark barely even seemed to notice the loss of his scalpel. He continued to scream and writhe like he was possessed. What are we going to do? We've got to calm him down somehow.
Luna,
Yes?
are there any tranquilizers in here?
No. Well, I mean,
What?
there's Soparil Beta.
What's Clover gonna do with
That's the anesthetic. The one that's in our bracelets.
No clue.
Good, perfect. Hit him with some of that.
What?
He'll be fine. It's just an anesthetic, Tenmyoji. It won't hurt him, I promise.
But
except the fact that he gets stabbed through his shin.
Just hurry up and do it! Come on, Luna!
Okay, let me just...
Shuffling sounds.
Okay, I've got it.
Good. Wait until he's... Now! Do it now!
Right.
No! Stop! Stop!
Oh, and
Still
under the
seems so
knee
annoying.
too. Ah.
Respiration, blood pressure, brain waves. Everything's...
All right.
According to these readings, he's in a very deep sleep.
You know what slightly annoys me about all of it?
What?
We will have to watch this scene one more time.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, but we can leave it
What
running
about the
basically.
anesthetic? How long will it last?
Let's go back to auto. This all seems to be the same again. Can I?
Man,
No.
he sure was strong for such a little...
Used to be an escape room player like you, but then I took a tranquilizer to a knee. Exactly.
Probably attacks the part of the
Exactly.
brain that governs
I
rhythm.
think if you get tranquilizers rammed into your body through your shin bone,
Of strength it had.
I would be so in pain when I wake up.
I still find it a bit weird that they went for
What do you know about this Radical Six?
the knee, basically. Out of all places.
Much.
And I
Why not
guess
his
she,
sides or
I know
something?
about as
I
much
guess she didn't want to go through the clothing.
All I've seen about it is that newspaper article signature.
Oh, well.
What if he wears like a really thick vest or something, or she gets like something that's in his pocket, then she wastes the shot.
Fair enough.
I've seen other viruses that do the same thing.
That makes
I was
sense.
just making a guess. So when Quark tried to kill himself, are you saying that was because of Radical 6 too? Yes.
You
Oh!
won't. Oh, wait. Wait, did she say that before? Oh no, wait, yes, this is still the same conversation. Never mind. This is about the possibility of Radical 6 making you...
He was using all of his strength, okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
For a second I thought it was new, but it's not.
Look at this last line. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised.
Are you saying this is some kind of quarantine zone?
I already explained this. That's not possible.
But she wasn't in the room, dickweed.
Why not?
Theo ran through what he told the rest of us in the lounge.
Then you're saying the newspaper article was faked?
But the virus is clearly real.
Is
It
it
also
though?
doesn't need to, but regardless.
That Atom machine told us he was infected with Radical 6.
So?
I mean,
do you
it
know
can
how that
just
thing
have
works?
a random
I bet there's
outcome.
1,000 ways to
No.
hack it.
Look, Dio is saying what we're saying earlier.
Zero Senior probably just programmed it so that it would spit out whatever he wanted. Besides, there was something Sigma
I
mentioned.
mean, it's absolutely a possibility.
Yes, if I was setting up something like this, I would tamper with everything.
Any of you guys heard anything about any sort of viral pandemic?
Well, no.
Dio, this is their new hoax. I mean, I don't want to agree with him, but I don't think it's out of a realm of possibility that somebody setting all of this up is leaving red herrings.
Especially considering their situation, you know, being kidnapped by And being forced to play games by an AI bunny, it does make sense that everything is fake and set up.
However,
I see his line of thinking.
However, if I was thinking this way and I was in this room, I would go, hey, I'm completely symptom-free, how about you scan me? Because if we think, doesn't matter who or what you scan, it always says, oh, Radical 6, Radical 6, Radical 6.
But Quark, until a bit ago, was also symptom-free.
No, he wasn't.
Yes.
How do we know that? That would be a great way to have Tenmyuji put into a spot where he needs to answer about Quark's well-being.
I still think we're all infected.
Potentially by now, yes, because we've been in close proximity to each other.
But
I have heard rumors about a virus being used as a bioweapon.
We're literally going through all the things that were discussed about COVID as well.
what?
What did you say?
Literally. Whoa, Alice, what the hell? Explain.
As much as I would love to. I'm sorry. Time's up.
Time's up for what?
Hit the buttons on your bracelet.
Shit.
Oh, for the next room.
5 minutes.
We only have 5 minutes until the chromatic doors open downstairs.
The Infinite series is all pretty banned by the people who own the rights.
2Q Games has been trying to make it happen. I hate it when a work of art or a video game, a movie, music becomes like this impossibility. Kind of like how it took them over a decade now to figure out GoldenEye 007. Like somebody has the rights, but everybody has like a part of it.
And then no one agrees with one another?
Yeah. And then you need the permission from like 60 different companies. It's like, this should be made easy.
Smaller chance of things actually happening.
Exactly. I'm sorry, but I'd really need more than 5 minutes to explain this.
As if you tell us even if there was time, right?
Or would I? Who knows?
Not me.
Fine. We'll deal with this later. Right now, we need to get to the elevator and head down to floor B.
This seems like a wonderful end for today. Because this way the game will actually tell us what we need to do next.
That is true.
Oh, 20 hours, 8 minutes. Can I...
What are you going for?
I was trying to get to 9:08:07. But now it's too late.
Already too late.
Mm.
Too late.
I've tried.
It's too late to save the game.
My opinion, games should be public domain after 20 years.
But if games should be public domain after
I wouldn't mind
20
that.
years, shouldn't books also be?
Well, I'm guessing since we're talking about video games, Psycho used games, but...
What is it for books? 100 years? 80?
I think it's 100. It depends on the country. I mean, you have a keyboard if you would kindly type when do things enter public domain. A public domain book is a book with no copyright, blah 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 blah. In most countries, the term of protection of copyright expires on the first day of January, 70 years after the death of the latest living author.
So how would that be with a video game? Who has to die?
Depends on the country, first of all.
Who has to die sounds really rough, by the way.
Yeah, yes, but also no, because that's literally a part of it. I mean, first of all, you have to figure out what country and if the rules there are the same. And assuming they are, then you would need to ask a lawyer, because what does latest living author mean at the time of the original conception of a thing? Or if it's a franchise of the latest thing, because if it has to be the original, right? Because
I'm not sure.
Because the Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse is entering public domain this year or next year, something like this.
Didn't it already?
And Walt Disney, the company, and Mickey Mouse are still around, so that's still being used. So I think of that piece of work.
I think with Mickey Mouse it might be different because it evolved into different art styles and it's only this one specific style.
Yeah, Steamboat Willie is in the public domain. See?
Oh. I think that already happened.
Yeah. Or
Last year?
95 years if it's corporate owned. I think that's a lot of time. And I think especially for companies, almost 100 years is too long. That's not a great way of spreading the wealth.
I think they can definitely cut it in half at least.
Yes. 20 years sounds about right. Actually, I would say, I mean, I'm thinking also of like artists, like musicians. Because when you made a great song 20 years ago and then after 21 years you don't get paid for it anymore, despite you making potentially one of the greatest songs of all time. I'm on the fence.
Same with everything.
I need to think about this more, but I would say, like, if it's a longer period, upon the death of the person who created it. But then we also need to discuss who is a creator of a piece of work. Because like with a song...
There can be several people involved, usually.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. With a song, who wrote the song, who played the bass on the song recording and stuff, you know?
I don't even remember which song it was, but I know I've read about one like top 40 hit that had like 26 writers working on it.
But that was done on purpose. I don't remember the song, but I remember there being a story. Some artist like got his friends and family in when they wrote the room and told them just sit in the room.
No, these were actual songwriters.
Yeah,
and it was a super simple song with like a couple of lines that were just being repeated all over, which made it even funnier.
But
still.
I'm gonna look it up in a second. But the story I remember, it was done on purpose because that way the royalties need to be paid out to every single person. That way you can take care of your family. It doesn't matter what happens to your money if you're rich and stupid, potentially, and you spend it all on, I don't know, drugs and prostitutes. I mean, you do you, but it's a quick way to burn money. That way your kids still get money when the song is played.
It's a hard topic.
It's complicated. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I mean,
I just wish that that companies would be a bit looser with their rights. Like, for example, you own the rights to Mickey Mouse. And then if someone comes to you with, hey, I got a super awesome idea for a series or a game, and I would like to make this. And then the company just goes, yes, sure, go ahead, which they will never do.
But that depends on the country, I want to say, the company. First of all, the biggest distinction from what I've seen with these like cease and desist letters is whether you have the intention to earn money. Most countries make it so, for example, my favorite letter is X, yes? And now somebody out there goes, oh, I want to start this streaming thing where I sit there with another person and we talk about stuff and we also play video games and we're gonna call it My Favorite Letter is X. Then in some countries we would now legally, to retain the rights to what we have done, we would legally have to pursue them. Because if you don't, you forfeit your ownership.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of stupid in a way.
Yes, but again, it depends on the country. There are places and there are countries and there are companies where if they don't make money off of it, it's fine. It is then your prerogative to decide, am I okay with this or am I not? For example, Sega has allowed several fan games with Sonic characters to exist. Because they're like, okay, cool. Like, you make people play games that you've made, but they're about our IP. Potentially, if your stuff is popular, they come back and buy our games. So like,
they want more.
Win-win. And hey, maybe when you're done with it, show it to us again. Maybe we want to license it. And then like, you made the game and we pay you for it in retrospective. Like, those things I think are kind of cool, but...
We don't want Mickey Mouse meets the Human Centipede.
I feel like I've seen that already. I mean, not the video, but I'm pretty sure I once clicked on the wrong thing on the internet and I've seen a picture like that.
I mean, you will probably get some pretty insane offers, which makes it even better, but you know, gotta have some fun.
You know what I say to that? That'll be horrible. Trademark works that way. A trademark is supposed to indicate the source of a product. If you let other people use your trademark, it no longer describes the source. That exists within this every messed up thing that a human can ponder exists somewhere on the internet.
I
will tell you to Google it, but...
I'm gonna Google it.
No, I'm locked in on that thing.
Mouse.
Don't.
Human. Oh no!
I closed the tab before she was able... Rule 34, exactly.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna Google this on my phone, where you are not logged in. Give me a sec. Mickey...
Please don't do this at home.
Mouse. Meets...
Or anywhere else. Please, just... You watching, listening, don't do the thing she's doing.
I lived a dangerous life. Like, I don't go through... Oh shit, that is an actual thing. There's fan art of that.
First of all, turn your screen around. I see what you're doing. Also, you're gonna get viruses from those websites.
Okay. It exists.
You're welcome,
I can tell you
Bedinsis.
it exists.
You are welcome. Tifa did it so that you don't have to. Jack contemplating his life choices. Less my own life choices and more Tifa's lack of impulse control. What's the virus? Shady websites on the internet.
Can't say I'm surprised, but I'm still disappointed. If you can think of it, it exists.
Yes. Yes. Humans are weird creatures in that sense.
Kind of.
Very weird.
Like, would you just start and think that? No, I don't think so. But apparently people do get up with those thoughts.
I mean, first of all, the whole human centipede thing, I never looked at another person and went like, what if I... No, I have not. And I've also, like, after knowing that that is an unfortunate thing that exists... By the way, did you know that they made 2 sequels? There's 3 human centipede movies.
I don't think I've seen any. We should watch those.
I know. No, we should not.
No?
No.
Have you seen them?
No.
Then we should watch them.
No. There are certain things, Tifa, where I feel like I don't need to try them to tell you that I don't want them in my life. Like, I've never walked on the street and saw a pile of dog poop and went like, I need to eat this to know that I don't want to eat this. You know
I'm
what I
quite
mean?
sure it's a fetish that exists as well, but...
Please stop talking. Thank you.
But you know who doesn't stop talking?
Okay, no.
Now you go like, who?
I'm pretty sure Tifa is trying to find a segue into a potential raid. We need at least 90 seconds of like positive, non-that energy before we can go anywhere near other people.
Fine,
because nobody
does
deserves
everyone
that.
have a cute puppy story to tell?
Tifa, I know Jack is full of shit a lot of the time, but listen to him on this matter. Thank you. Thank you.
I always feel like I need those things in my life.
I suspect Jack is easily grossed up. I have a surprisingly vivid, like, imaginative way of thinking. Like, I'm picturing it, and I don't need that. No, I'm good.
With everything even slightly gross, where I go, ooh, Jack goes,
no,
it's like, go away.
The things Tifa calls slightly gross are reason enough to, for example, get banned on Twitch. So, you know, the scale is tipped very weirdly with this one. Puppies are cute when they grow up and become large dogs.
Which is also cute.
Yes.
Every
I would say
dog is a puppy.
Also, talking about puppies and dogs, I have a weird stance on dogs. On one hand, I don't like those like dog and cat breeds that are, in my opinion, so overbred
like
that
pugs.
they suffer from it, like pugs.
Yeah.
When they have these really flat noses where they cannot breathe normally, I feel really bad for those creatures, and honestly, I don't think they should be bred. Because I think that's cruel.
I like how I, by the way, try to go into a positive thing, like talking about puppies, and then Jack goes all deaf and destruct. I was thinking of death and Jack and destruction, like these puppies, they're horrible,
but
overbreeding.
On the other hand, I love like corgis and munchkin cats,
which are also
like
overbred.
creatures with short, stubby legs. And I kind of feel bad for it. Does it make sense? Like everything about the way they look and move tells me, oh my god, that's adorable. But on the other hand, like, I don't know. I'm conflicted is what I'm saying.
You has hairy legs. That is also true.
Yes.
It's hairy legs.
It's been ages since I've listened to a Shmo-Yoho anything.
A long time.
Every dog still think it's a puppy, but when it steps on your foot, it's not a puppy. Yeah, like those really big dogs, like those that get like 80 pounds and up.
I used to have a German Shepherd.
That thing was 90 pounds. Beautiful, wonderful
creature.
He was
huge.
Yeah.
But never really realized
That's
how
not a joke,
big
90
and heavy
pounds.
he was. It was a monster. He was sticking out above most German Shepherds.
Whatever the opposite of dwarfism is. Gigantism? Is that a thing?
Well, we already knew he would be big because his parents were like giants, which is why I wanted
They were bears.
But then whenever he like came running at you, it's like full on tackle and you like fly over and land on the ground and it's like, it's okay, you're tiny.
Yeah. With a 75-pound jumper, you'd swear each paw weighs 200. Yes, I fully get that. I fully get that. Yes.
Especially with the nails still.
And then you're like pissed off because it hurts, right? But you can't be because it's your dog and like the dog didn't mean to hurt you. It's just being cute, it's being excited.
Dog. Or any animal,
you
except
can
mosquitoes.
You can be. The question is, do you want to be? I mean, the dog didn't do it for malicious reasons.
You used to have a German Shepherd? Jack, you worked as a shepherd?
Honestly, I don't know what all goes into the work of a shepherd. I think it's more work than just standing there and making sure that your sheep don't get stolen. But sometimes it sounds relaxed. I think I would like that aspect of the work.
Is a shepherd actually still a legit profession?
I think in some places,
out
yes.
Of curiosity.
But I would imagine in a lot of countries that's like mostly automated and mechanized.
Like I know like llama shepherds are still a thing in, don't even ask me.
Peru and stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. South America.
But like other than that, I don't think shepherd is still a thing, is it?
I will quickly Google that. Talking about shepherds. Tifa, what do you...
They always make it seem very relaxed. Like you get a big stick, you stand on a hill.
I think that's misleading. How about at some point we play through Mass Effect on stream?
Mass Effect?
Yeah. The original Mass Effect.
Why?
Because
how did you get to that?
Because you play a person called Commander Shepard.
Oh.
Is Shepard still a job? What do I even look for that?
Shepherd job offer. Oh.
There's still many places in US and around the world where shepherds still roam the pastures tending to their flocks. Yep.
I like how it starts with, is it still a job? And it sure is.
Yep. And then all the pictures you see are of these like not industrialized versions of shepherds, which is also the image I have in my mind. But
it's, to be fair, it's the first thing you think of.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I do too.
Yeah, like this it seems chill. I mean, also a lot of responsibility because like all of these animals, but the only pop culture experience of shepherds are Heidi and Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, it's been
Heidi
so
has been
long.
forever. Brokeback Mountain I've not seen.
I remember watching Brokeback Mountain in the cinema. That's been so long.
Wasn't the line, I wish I could quit you from that? That's like the
I don't remember.
Really romantic line, no? Which it is. Put that on the list, we need to watch Brokeback Mountain at some point. I haven't seen it, apparently it's good. Also, isn't that with Heath Ledger? Wasn't that one of his last roles before he died? I think so.
No, that was way before.
Heath Ledger videography. Filmography.
That was way before the Joker. Or the Dark Knight, I believe that was his last one.
2005, yeah, true, but Dark Knight was 2008.
I was gonna say, wait, 2005?
3 years.
Damn.
Well, 3 years for the release, I don't know when we filmed it.
It's been a while.
Watched Brokeback Mountain at a Friday with my family. My mom was impatient and asked me what the plot of the movie would be about. I just said, oh, you'll see.
And how did she like it?
Well, was that enough for her? Because I feel like everything you can really say about Brokeback Mountain that tells you anything about the actual plot is also a spoiler, no? And I haven't seen the movie, but I think I know what it's about.
Can you still really spoil it?
Yeah, for people that don't know.
Like for the plot, I think you can say it in like 2 lines.
You can't do that to you. You can do that. It's been done. Once the key scene arrived, I turned to her and said, this is what the movie is about. Yeah, I like that. I miss Heath Ledger.
It was pretty good.
You know what I don't miss? Because it's not gone, fortunately. It's when I ask Tifa if she wants to tell me if there's somebody to raid or if she just wants to go to bed because she's beat. I had to think for that segue.
That was a much worse segue than I had.
I think Brokeback Mountain is a better jumping off point than Human Centipede. My segue was a bit stiff, but still.
Well, fine. I say today we go say hi to Troya, who's playing Astroneer.
Sounds good.
Not the best.
Yeah, no. But I stuck the landing. I got there in the end. I did finish it.
Like out
Then
of all
let's do
your
that.
segues, this one is like on the lower side of the list.
Yeah. But you know, with how often I do them, they can't all be perfect.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Statistically,
actually too, like out of 3 years of segues, that's not bad.
Yeah, I've had worse. I've had worse.
So we're gonna go say hi to Troya. Hope you guys
Yes.
stick around, and otherwise you will find her there. We shall be back on what today is it today? We shall be back on Sunday.
You're
with...
saying all the things before we press the button. Now you will have a very awkward 15 seconds after you press the button.
Well, then you can keep it to your bye. Or you set up and then we can press the button in the meantime. With more virtues last reward. I can still speak.
It's really sweet how she's trying to help and do the parts that I've been doing for years, and then now she does them completely out of right movement.
Excuse me, that was a super nice thingy.
If you cannot stick around for the raid because we've been on for a while, please check out Troya whenever it's convenient for you. You should, she's nice. I'm gonna press this button.
That's a good idea.
If you can, please stick around for the raid. We'll be back on Sunday with more Virtue's Last Reward. We'll see you then.
Just the order matter.
Thank you.